Alright, and we are live. I'm gonna turn this audio down a little bit. There we go. Well, my levels got all screwed up. I don't know how. Oh, I remember. Because I had to turn up Chrome all the way in my mixer. What up, everybody? Thank you for joining us. We are here for another episode of Divinity of Pain, and also, it's my 1-year stream anniversary doing this shit full time, so hype.
Hi.
Ammo applause.
We can't see you, so if you cheered or something.
/ cheer. There you go.
As dingo.
You're dingo. I actually don't know what Tazdingo means.
Neither do I. Trolls just yell it at me.
Tazdingo was a great troll warrior, so they shout his name before going into battle.
Oh,
That's
look
your
at the
wow
big
fact
brain
of the
on
day.
Buckle. Today I learned.
Mm-hmm.
Mom, get the camera.
Every time I think Scruffle's closet doorknob is a drop of water on my screen.
Captain Doorknobs.
Everybody says that, and it's fantastic.
Captain 14 Doorknobs. Why do you have so many doors in your room?
And that's the furnace room, and then that's the closet.
Wow, they make you live in the boiler room, huh?
Yes.
Furnace room, huh?
Alright, Scruffles is mankind, confirmed.
She may asphyxiate in her sleep, and no one would ever know.
It's true.
What?
But that would be from the
Furnaces.
liquor.
Furnaces and boilers, they sometimes can go wrong and let off carbon monoxide.
Oh, yeah, that's why we have an alarm. I think.
May want to check that before you die.
Yeah. Might want to prioritize.
I remember my mom gave me one, and then it sat next to my bed for a really long time. And now it's not there anymore, so.
Well, if you're not gonna fucking use it, took it back. Put it under the dog's bed.
Meanwhile,
How
she's
many-
off somewhere detecting carbon monoxide.
I know at least two people that have probably had their lives saved by those things when I was a kid.
Oh, really? No shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They woke them up in the middle of the night with this alarm. Yeah.
Ours,
So-
it's weird. It will go off if somebody blows out a birthday candle too close to it. But when my mom accidentally left a pot full of sauce and meatballs on the stove top for an hour, and the whole top floor of our house filled with thick smoke, it didn't go off. So
Because it detects carbon monoxide, not smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a smoke detector.
Smoke detectors detect smoke.
You guys didn't have
You should have a smoke detector. At least I
No,
fucking
oh,
hope you
I
do.
thought that's what you were talking about. Was the smoke detector?
No,
on Thought
carbon
Lore
monoxide
stream fire
detector.
safety.
Yeah, right. Fire Marshal Thoglor's
I
got
was
you
talking about a
covered.
smoke detector.
Listen, just make sure at least someone else in your family has access to your Twitter so we know if you died. That's all.
I have an ammo.
Scruffles, get in the
And I have
game.
a
What if you
chair.
both die?
I am in the.
You're
oh.
not in the game. She never joins games. This lady is the
Got
problem.
to hit join game. Shut up. Guys.
She always forgets things, this lady.
This is just true.
And then just bosses around people louder to make up for it.
Shut up.
Right.
There's too much truth going around.
Just taking cover from the truth bombs. Couldn't hear us. You don't know that, Paul Stoned. I could be a volunteer fire marshal. I put out a fire near again. Holy shit.
What?
What was that?
DP with the $20 holler. Go buy some video games, you goober. Thank you very much, DP. I will hopefully be buying some video games if I can manage to get that bar full, because that's really what I need in order to pay my bills and get the vet paid off. And they were kind enough to let me kind of pay what I can while I can. So I don't want to drag it out longer than is acceptable, really. Because, like, I explained my situation to them. I was like, listen, my income's very sporadic at this point. So they put me on, like, a very loose payment plan. So it's not like they're gonna come suing me or breaking down my door or anything, but they were really awesome people and very professional about the whole situation. So that bar is to pretty much cover what I would need for bills normally, and then the vet bills. So, hoping to pay them off this month, which would be nice. So that's going to go to that first, and then if I have money left over, I will be buying some video games on the Steam sale. So, again, thank you very much, DP. Let's get some love up in chat for that beautiful gentleman, who I believe will be joining us later for the arena battle. Which, by the way, how many of y'all sticking around for the arena battle? I know Scruffles
Don't
is
watch
in.
it.
I'll probably be passing out shortly after because I had work starting very early this morning. So
Gotcha.
Which character would we be using? The 5th edition ones?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh, that makes it easy then.
Yeah. I figured that would be easiest, and then my subs, I had them all make characters.
Mm.
Dynamic lighting isn't working for me.
Try reloading.
I did. Like 8 times.
So, what's the issue? Can you
I
see
can
or
see
can you not see?
everything.
Oh, you can see everything. Interesting.
Yes.
Try closing out a Roll20 entirely and opening it back up. Because you shouldn't be able to see everything. Let me check something real quick. Yeah, Variel's the only one that has GM power. So you shouldn't be able to see everything. Fire Marshal Bill, what a great skit that was.
Oh my god. I laugh. I haven't even seen
The
it.
golden age of skit comedy.
Yeah.
Back before Jennifer Lopez was singing. Good
Yep.
times.
Which
Yeah,
was
that didn't
then
work.
before she was acting, which was
Hey, there's that one movie I didn't hate her in with John
Nope.
Travolta. Get Shorty, or no, it wasn't Get Shorty. No, it was George Clooney. Out of
Sure.
Sight?
George Clooney? Was it a fucking romantic comedy or something? What are you talking about?
No, it was like a heist movie, kind of.
Heist movie.
Same guy that did the Ocean's movies.
Huh. Yeah, I like your shirt buckle. What shirt are you wearing, Trip? Does that say Zuckus? Ooh, Star Wars Bounty Hunter shirt. I knew I saw me some Zuckus. He drives a Prius, because it's good for the
Cameron,
environment.
why do you got a player hate on this guy?
Yeah. Don't player hate on IG-88.
did that come out of the Star Wars bounty box thingy, whatever the heck it's called?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's like Loot Crate, but Star Wars.
I'm wearing my Game Wisp shirt to represent properly.
I'm wearing my favorite shirt. It's the comfiest shirt I have.
I love Game Wisp, but I want them to stop tweeting out so many goddamn things about the Steam sale and PlayStation and shit. It's spamming up my feed.
Quit spamming Buckle's feed, Game Wisp. Come on.
Goddamn Game Wisp.
Come
I
on.
don't actually even follow them on Twitter.
Wow. Dropped.
I only follow their male erotica fanfiction.
They're gonna hack you and make it so that your
Fireman.
subscribe button
Fireman
just
fanfiction.
goes to that fish gif that who was it Emptiness made.
No.
So good. You should have that as your sub alert.
But
The you eating the fish. They're like falling into your mouth. That would be amazing. You totally should. I would.
Bad emptiness isn't here.
Right?
We can get him to link it.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be around eventually.
Trip. Smack you.
Clickety, clickety, clickety. Alright, so anyway, let's get to the game. What do you guys remember from last time?
I
Nothing.
fought an asshole. And cameras are all fucky. What's going on with cameras?
Yeah, my camera's messed up.
Whew.
They look
Fucker
fine to
looks
me.
smug as fuck right now.
I don't see any problems.
Yeah. People getting a little, like, blurry, but it's usual VC things. Just trying to stabilize the connection, probably.
Come on,
Wait.
BC.
Hello
Killed it.
from
Probably.
early 2004 internet.
Dial up. So yeah, if you guys want to just roleplay it out, we'll have Bear show up, catch up with the rest of the party, and you guys can explain to him what he missed.
So where was I before?
You were sick.
I was sick.
Yeah, still fighting off that flu or whatever it was that had you benched.
Okay. Hey guys. Still not feeling 100%, but I'm here to help, I think.
Oh my god, you missed so much shit.
Yeah.
There's a lady and she was screaming, and then there was a dude who's got a mask like attached to his face, and then we killed him. And then we had to kill like that other dude, and the lady doesn't speak our language, so we don't know what she's doing, and we should go home.
I just show you the head, which I've cut off. There you go.
Yeah, and it's
Wow.
just full head, featureless black mask, only opening is for the mouth. No eye holes, no nose hole.
What is that?
Mm-hmm.
Dead now.
Good. Well, it looks like everyone's intact, anyways.
And Gary, I believe you're
I went
still
blind for a bit.
you're still carrying the princess, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They let me
Princess
die.
screams a lot. Hey, you got the experience. Listen, when the guy in the heavy-ass armor and shield runs away, fucking follow.
Clark
That
can
was
tank.
after I was down.
No, it wasn't.
I thought you said
Why you
sharks
were
can tank, and I was like, that'd be really
Sharks.
cool.
Shark Tank.
I want an anthropomorphic shark character now.
Like sewer sharks?
Street sharks.
That's it.
Yes. I wear leather
Did they have
jackets.
skateboards?
Yes.
They had like motorcycles, one had rollerblades. It was anything that was edgy.
in the mid 90s?
Yeah, mid-90s edginess.
Such edge. So what's up, chat? How you guys doing tonight? Thank you all for coming and joining us for this prestigious occasion where we all laugh at Scruffles. Because she has 50 doorknobs in her room.
And I mean that's
3.
right?
Buckle's got a dog.
Puppy.
He's like, shit, I'm late. Sorry, guys.
He was right down here. Oh, God.
And the
You
one
never pay attention to the dog. Hello, puppy. It looks like he's trying to talk.
It does.
Never get any mic time.
So we're heading home? Is that what we're doing?
I think we're done. Are we done?
There's more stuff that you guys could do here, I guess. Also, I don't know if you want to rest anytime soon.
Has
Resting would
Buckle
be nice with
taken
rest.
the lady away from Bear? Okay. Then I go up to him and I was like, I whisper to him, don't let her
Strange man, thank you for that follow.
elves. She doesn't like elves. She freaked out when she saw
He's not an elf, though.
I know, but I'm letting him know to not let her know that I'm an elf.
Okay. You're saying that to Bear?
Yeah. I think that thing's an elf.
Okay.
The leather thing.
All right.
Why are we whispering?
I like to whisper
We
too.
can't let her know that there might be an elf.
She's standing right there.
Yeah, but I mean,
Motherfucker said he
you're,
moved her.
you're pretty sure she can't understand your language.
Oh, duh. That's why I need to sleep.
Yeah, can we go to bed now? Sleepy times.
Well, sleep. I don't sleep.
To bed in the creepy.
Well,
Leaf.
in the next room, but I can't see anything in here because I don't have night vision or whatever. There we go.
Problem solved.
Alright. I sit up in this corner and I'm like, I'm going to sleep. I meditate first to get my key back and then I sleep.
Okay.
Precious, precious key.
Alright, Woody, what are you doing?
Staying away from the one lady, I guess.
Well, she's passed out right now, but...
Oh, she's passed out. Just surveying the area for any goodies.
Yeah. I mean, you've opened up the chest. You don't really see anything else there that would be of any real value.
Yeah, I think everything else got distributed. I kept the coins.
Like, even the torture rack looks, like, ramshackle. Like, not very well made. Like, it'll perform its purpose, but it's, like, built from scraps, basically.
But yeah, that's it. Just following the group right now.
Did Tony
Okay.
Stark build it in a cave?
Maybe. Who's Tony Stark?
I think that's part of the family that got murdered.
Buckle, why don't you pet the dog? He just turns his back. Had enough. No more.
I was petting him. Oh, he knows we're talking about him. See those ears pointed backwards?
Yep.
Hi, puppy.
Gonna act like you didn't even snap.
Don't.
Quit your snapping. I'm trying to sleep.
Is it just me? I love it when dogs do that. Like the half bark where they're like, huh,
That's the best.
boof.
We couldn't get the guy's mask off, right?
Right, that's why I took
It
his
was
whole
like
head.
screwed to his face. Or nailed.
Screwed, nailed, hooked, stitched.
Does he have like
All
a
of these
permanent
things
smile?
apply. No.
Oh. That's not as creepy.
He's not the Joker, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
No, I meant like having hooks, like to make a facelift type thing.
Oh, Buggles Puppy gives him kisses!
Now he smells like wet dog farts.
True story. That's nothing new, though. Alright, so, Serafina, what are you doing?
I am gonna do nothing because I died, so I don't need to sleep to recover and all that good stuff because I took a dirt nap instead.
Phrasing.
Well, my cooldowns aren't up.
I went full, what do you call it? What's the new talent for Shadow Priest where you use up all your void form and then you die horribly.
I love it.
Horribly.
Alright, so, Spruce, what are you doing?
Was gonna trance out wherever Woody was gonna trance out to get my spells back so I can understand this lady.
Yeah, I think the consensus is that you guys are going to be resting, so just show me where you're going to move to rest.
You guys doing a full 8-hour rest?
I can take watch for part of it.
Yeah, 'cause
My
I'll split.
hours is your 4 hours.
Sure. But I'll take a short watch I'll split a short with people if they want to take a full 8 hour.
Well, you need a full 8 hours for your long rest, right? Because you're human.
Correct. That's why I'm saying I'll just roll a hit die. I mean, I can do without spells for now, I guess.
Okay.
I haven't done a guard duty yet, and I feel like I probably should.
Well, you've got 2 elves, so if they split the 8 hours between the 2 of them, they only need to take 4.
I'm just trying to offer and be a good party member, Thog. Plus, I don't necessarily trust the shrieky princess person not to try to kill the elves or give away our position by
That is
the
why
aforementioned
I am
shrieking.
awake. I can just tie something around her mouth and put her in a corner.
That's going to help us trust her. Yeah, that's going to get right to that language barrier right before you kick her in front of some more zombies. Yeah. Ain't no one trusting you around NPCs anymore.
True story.
Murder twins.
Murder.
Hey, we both died.
Never
We're a little bit
forget.
less.
I'd have to rearrange your cameras to get that to happen.
Oh, on stream, we can do it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That side. Hang on, wait. Camera lagging.
Nope, other side.
No,
Ammo.
Other way, ammo.
Other side. Oh, okay. Sorry,
my gosh.
camera is so
Oh,
laggy.
Ammo's both. Her cameras are lagging.
Did I get it?
All the cameras are lagging. Yep, perfect.
Nope. Sorry, wait.
You guys are nerds, man.
Total nerds. Alright, so Garrett, you're resting for how long?
Well, if the elves are offering, I'll do the full 8 if they want to watch the crazy chick and not kill her. Otherwise, I'll take half. What do you say, elves?
Okay.
What is that? Sounds like he's trying to dig the floor. What are you doing? You weird dog!
Help! Did you see it? Do you hear that? He's like, I can't get the bed the way it needs to be!
Alright, I'll do the full rest then.
Now, my question is very important. After Buckle talking about telling us not to murder the shrieking lady, is how does Poisoner's Kit work exactly?
It allows you to make poisons from raw materials.
Okay. Because I can't find it in the book. It just says I'm proficient in Poisoner's Kit and Disguise Kits now.
Yeah, I don't think they put Poisoner's Kit in there for some reason. But yeah, I'm gonna treat that like any other kit. If you have raw materials, you can make poisons.
Okay. I'll take first watch.
Okay.
I'll
Roll.
be up the whole time, so I'll be. Well, I guess I'll do like the second half of the watch. I'll just kind of sit in a corner until it's my turn.
Okay. So Ewok, roll D10. Okay. And Ammo, roll a D10.
Well, is the lady awake on the watch right now?
No, she's sleeping. Well, passed out.
I would like to wake her up.
She immediately starts screaming. Rest of the party
Fucking
wakes up.
asshole.
I just giggle and walk away, like nothing happened.
If he walks past me, I like kick him in the shin. Asshole. I roll over.
Well, he wouldn't really need to walk past you in order to do that, so no. Unless he's going out of his way to walk past you.
That would be
No,
weird.
I walk back.
I just call him an asshole.
Everyone goes back to sleep. He wakes her up again.
Alright, so Emma, roll another d10. Alright. Let's see here. Okay. So the rest of the night goes by without incident. It's pretty quiet in there. You guys are able to get a decent sleep. So go ahead and do your sleep things. Heal up to full. You get all your stuff back. Hey, what's up, Tucky? Can we get a shout out for Tucky, please? Definitely go give her a follow. She's been playing a bunch of Overwatch lately. Oberdirch.
So is it morning?
Yep. Everybody's awake.
Why am I yawning? That like made me yawn.
I tell Buckle that I can now
Good RP,
comprehend
Scruffles.
her language.
I'm tired. In real life, not in game.
And I am unprepping Featherfall because I'll probably need it.
But we definitely need comprehend language.
I feel like I need to just prep Cure Wounds in every available spell slot.
That'd be nice.
Oh yeah, I actually have. I forgot about that. That was like two of the things, or one of the things that I last did was like gained a couple spell abilities, but
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you picked your spells.
Cure Wounds and Speak with Animals.
Yep, there you go.
So
Yeah, right, DP. Yeah, that's why I won't solo queue anymore. The worst people in the world solo queue.
One and done with solo queuing.
Really?
Oh, it's
Oh,
so
not
bad.
for me.
It's so bad.
I feel like I only look like I do really well when I solo queue.
Yeah, the best matches I've had, and we've won, have been in solo.
Dude, Bastion ain't shit. I can fucking take out a Bastion, no problem. I actually have more of a problem taking out a Torbjorn than a Bastion.
Yeah, Tucky, don't take this the wrong way, but Bastion becomes shit after the level that you're at. Get up a little bit higher, that's all LOL Bastion.
Yeah.
Unless you see like a really aggressive offensive Bastion, then it's like, teach me!
Yeah, on certain maps you can play him aggressively and wreck with the right team composition. Like, especially if you've got a Reinhardt to shield him. Or even a Zarya works really well with Bastion.
I was running with a dude, and he was not doing great to start. Then he got his ult, and he's like, come with me on cap, I'll shield. This is second cap on Anubis, and he and I team killed.
Nice.
I did the ult, and he blew everyone up, and we just kind of did there and did our emotes on cap and won. Like, okay, cool, you're cool, and I friended him.
Huh. Making friends is what games are all about.
That shit talking.
Sung by Randy Newman.
Short people.
So yeah, you guys are awake, open session, what are you doing?
Well, I believe Trip just told me that he's got comprehend languages.
Right,
Yeah.
and that allows you to understand spoken languages, not speak them.
Right.
Do you want to try now?
If you want to do it here, or whatever.
In case we encounter trouble on the way out, maybe having at least a halfway understanding of her might be worthwhile.
Okay. I still have my face hidden and put up.
So I'll go up to her and I'll be like calming gestures, easy, and then call up Trip and if she freaks out, I'll be ready to I need to know what she's doing.
Okay, she's just kind of sitting there, watching you both, not saying anything.
Sitting down?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I'll do one of those, he's sniffing, though, I don't know.
Why does your stuff smell?
No, the window's open and he's nosing around being an asshole.
There's something out there.
Oh, there's always something out there.
It's a fucking Sam Squamch.
Sam Squanch.
I hope not.
Goddamn Sam Squanch monster.
Fucking coyotes, though. You hear them howling at night, just hundreds of them out there.
Oh yeah, we get that too.
They're doing roll call, man.
Yep.
Is that
No,
what it
that,
is?
yeah, that's an
yeah.
actual thing. Like, they found that coyotes, when there's... Like, basically the reason why they howl at night is that exactly what Orange said. They're taking roll call. So if their numbers start to dwindle, their litter size will, like, increase exponentially to make up for the loss of other coyotes.
They get up close.
Oh,
I'd like to cast comprehend languages on Buckle.
Oh,
Just kidding.
yeah, you're getting super robot-y, and your cam froze in a very lovely face.
Yeah, I
Got
can
it.
see it.
Woo!
Everyone else is moving. Strange.
It'll pick back up.
Who started downloading something on Steam?
No, I checked that first.
Yeah, make sure your Steam clients are closed and not downloading. You don't have background shit going, because that'll all fuck with the connection. So, what are you guys doing? Your Trips casting comprehend languages? Are you doing that?
Yeah, I was gonna cast it so I can listen to her and then relay the information she's saying, and hopefully she's a talkie Tessie.
Okay, so what are you doing? You cast a spell?
Yes.
Okay, she kind of like eyes you suspiciously as you do so.
I point at my ear, and then point at her.
Roll performance. She kind of like starts speaking slowly, and she says, You can help me?"
I nod.
"I must get home to my people. My
She
father
wants to
must
get
know
home.
of this."
Her father must know of this.
Muted Emma.
Does she understand our language and she just can't speak it, or is there a total language barrier where she can understand ours?
Trip can understand what she's saying, but he can't speak back to her in her language.
Right.
That's
I
a
can
different
only
spell.
do.
I know, that's why I was asking if she could understand your language, not like you talk to her in hers, you talk to her in your language, but I don't know if she could understand it but just not speak it.
Why didn't you prep too so we could...
I can't give her comprehend language.
It only works on self.
Oh,
Yeah.
Self. Never mind.
I already thought of that. I was like, oh, can I just put this on
'Cause
her
it-
instead?
Because if you could do that, it would totally negate the higher level spell, which allows you to do that.
Oh, fair point. So you relayed that info back to us that her father has to hear of it?
Yeah, like as she's saying it, I'm repeating it.
So I'm going to look at her and say, Jaga?
She instantly, like, recoils.
Okay, not the father. Well, or a bad father. Be a bad father.
"You work for Jaga?" And she kind of, like, starts scanning the area around her. Okay. "How do I know you are not lying?"
I'm going to hold up the head.
Fair enough.
I like point at her.
At who?
The lady like and go
What are you trying to
Oh.
convey?
like who she like her name.
I'm going to pick up on what he's saying and point to myself and say, Garrett, then point to Trip and say, Spruce. And then back to her.
I'm in the background. Dale.
She points to herself and says, "Hefata."
Oh, Jesus. All right, hold on.
What a pretty name.
Pretty name. Princess. Oh my god, now my cat is making noise.
You have a cat?
I have a cat.
Why is the cat yelling?
Why do you beat the cat, Buckle?
You're always hitting the animals.
Just, I ask them all the time if they want slaps, and they say no. It's the worst.
Alright, so spelling on that Hephata.
Of course it's PH. I wrote it with an F. Of course it's Hafada. We're in a very...
It's like
I wrote it with a
Hephaestus.
PH.
Oh, wow!
Oh,
Fuck you with a PH, Emma.
Mhm.
I spelt it exactly how he said.
fuck you and your pH balance.
Hafado wants some feta.
No, because it's disgusting goat nipple pus cheese.
DP, that would have been hilarious if the second one had 2 Ds. That would have been a joke worthy of, what's-his-face, Spaceballs.
Mel Brooks.
That's the one.
Delicious Brooks.
Delicious. Hafada just wants to get back to Hafada.
So, and then I point at me, say spruce, carrot, Hafada, and I point at the head.
She says penitent.
This is a penitent.
The penitent ain't got no body.
Not anymore.
Can I point at like Woody and be like, why did you like scream? Be like him. Ah, what?
You bring great evil to this place. I'm assuming that Trip is pantomiming this because you can't
Yeah.
speak to her.
Yeah.
I'd probably like bring him around the corner and be like, shrug. And then she said, you bring great evil, and I put Woody away.
It's a good thing you rolled a 20 on that performance check, because your shrugs... you just slightly change your shrug, and you say a whole different thing.
And the award goes to...
I would have figured you'd take off Woody's little captain's hat and like point at his ears like, elf. And then she'd be like, ah! And you'd be like,
You should take your hoodie off. I mean, your robot. Like, take your hood off.
Wizard Robe and hat?
Don't have a hat.
He's got a hood on.
I was making a sex joke.
Oh, God.
Have some pride. Show your ears.
Oh.
The long-eared ones will bring great evil when they return. It is known.
Apparently we'll bring great evil when we return, Woody.
That's pretty fucking metal.
Return.
Just in the background.
I would give her a questioning look like,
The Great Devourer always eats them first.
The Great Devourer eats us first.
Can I make a religion check to recognize the name Great Devourer?
Go with history. Also, the 2 elves can make a history check as well.
Good, because I actually have points in history and none in religion. Best
Hey, me too.
paladin ever. Woo!
Woo!
Alright, so, Buckle, you think that they might be referring to a great beast? Like, the name itself escapes you, but it's the minion of Malar, which is the Beast Lord.
Minion of
Malar.
She Dothraki. She said it is known.
Basically, like, you're able to recall from your studies or whatever that periodically throughout history he has loosed this massive, like, mountain-sized creature upon the elven races, which it eats, like, with great gusto. Elves are its favorite food, and it was designed and bred for that purpose. But it's like a damn near indestructible creature the size of a mountain. Lots of tentacles.
Until you said tentacles, I thought we were talking about a Tarisk.
Yeah, I
they
thought
would
you were talking about like a
they would be of
dog.
similar size.
Oh.
So, massive monster.
I'd like to
Like
go
a
home,
crack.
please. No, this would like eat krakens for breakfast.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
The Tarisk is huge. Huge.
Well, then maybe you just don't think Krakens are as big as I do.
The terrible Tarask.
No, it's... Here's a kraken, and here's the Tarisk. And he fucking waddles around just indestructible.
Waddle, waddle.
Yeah, maybe you guys will fight him someday when you're like 20th level and have all kinds of magical items.
Something that waddles can't be that horrible. Old people,
Ducks.
seals,
Oh, it's horrible.
penguins.
Horrible.
You also know that the last time the Elf Eater showed up, it took the intervention of a god to send it back to its native plane, which is somewhere among the lower planes.
Well, that's not good.
Has to send it back. That means that a god sends it. So it's not just a minion of Molar, it's like purposeful.
Oh yeah.
So what the hell does Molar gain by wiping out the elves?
Maybe he has a crush on Leviatar.
They have the two deities have similar profiles in that they're both evil, and they both engage in evil for evil's sake. Where Malar is more of like an evil nature deity, like worshipped by lycanthropes, anything that's gonna kill just to kill. Very Island of Dr. Moreau.
Oh, I
If
also
there is no pain,
would like to
is
tell
there no
everyone else's names.
I love that movie.
Just
So
she knows the whole
underrated.
Party. So I'll go pointing to everyone and saying their names. So she can be introduced.
She seems
Yes.
kind of distraught now, knowing that there's elves that are here. You know, she was probably kind of hoping it was a bad dream.
Why do the elves keep coming back if they're just going to be eaten by a giant god-summoned thing?
Persistence.
Because some asshole named Gooberfroob is all like, we need to go to this other continent. You can't sit at home playing with your action figures.
Look, there's a theory of the Mobius. Maybe we're stuck in that. And we just come back over and over again. That someone's the bad guy. Maybe it's you two every time that's summoning this thing.
I don't want to be here.
Doesn't matter. Gooberfruit brought us over here.
Okay, so then we kill Gooberfroob, right?
Strangely okay with this.
I've already started planning it.
Who's Gooberfroob, by the way?
An asshole.
Rube. The pompous dude.
Yeah. He's the guy who
Gets
hired me
bitch
and Spruce
slapped
to
by
bring him
the-
here.
He has very bad flatulence.
What's the name of the guy who runs like the inn/bar thing?
The Commodore.
Commodore. Commodore like bitch slapped him. It was great.
I really should write down more names.
How do we pantomime more to get her to talk more?
What do you want to know? What are you trying
I
to?
don't know.
What are you
That's why
trying
I'm
to
asking
ask?
the party.
We don't need a ton of info right now. Though I guess you only have the spell for an hour. Other languages. How do we pantomime other languages? Maybe we can find a language in common? Not specifically common, but something that overlaps. She knows what elves are.
Do we know what language she's speaking?
Nope.
I ask her if she understands Elvish? In Elvish?
That's highly doubtful.
She just kind of looks at you funny.
Okay, she don't know
I
Elvish.
try Celestial, Infernal, and Orc, and I just say hi in all three languages.
No, but when you speak in Orc, she makes a funny face, like, ugh.
Why does it
What is
just
that
sound
guttural
funny?
language?
It's a very guttural language, but she
Oh,
might.
okay.
She doesn't speak it, but you might have recognized it.
Okay.
I
If
asked
they
her
do you
in-
recognize these words in Orcish?
She just kind of looks at you.
I
Man.
try to talk to her in Primordial, Goblin, and Abyssal.
Yep.
I don't think she's gonna know them, but
Is
it's worth a shot.
okay. How do we pantomime asking if maybe Jaga himself is an elf?
Point at Ewok's ear and go, Jaga?
She shakes her head no.
Oh.
Jaga is the calamity that came from the sky.
No, he's a god, isn't he? Fuck. I have no pictures to draw to fight a god.
So what we do is we get someone on a tree and have a little new...
Calamity that came from the sky.
Except it's a magical rope. Let's make it a chain for
Is it Wonder Woman's rope?
Sure.
Make him tell the truth and shit?
I would like to pantomime to her more, like, info about Jaga.
He is the great dictator, the great tyrant.
Dictator. Okay. If there is an emperor who's a dictator and tyrant. Oh my god, dog, shut up. What is she a princess of?
about Jaga, and Buckle never listens to me.
I've been telling you the whole time. How long has Jaga been here? How does he control the weather? Who's making these bitch-ass alligator dudes? Crocodile dudes. Fucking walking mouths and shit.
He knows.
He may actually be barking at his own growl. He was
Stop
on a
metagaming, dog.
He was in a full-on argument with his own echo earlier this evening.
That's awesome.
I draw, like, a little stick figure, and I point and say, Hefta. And then I draw a
Hefada.
Hefada, and then I draw a crown over it, and then a question mark.
Hefada. Hefada.
She kind of looks at it puzzled, and then she says,
Mira. Get Renata. Don't shake your head at me. Just go with it. Sorry, go ahead.
she says, yes, my father, the big chief.
Joe versus the volcano?
Carries big stick.
Is his armor made out of orange trash cans?
I would like to pantomime more.
She's not a great princess. She's like some Banana Republic priestess.
You mean princess.
Yeah, sorry. Princess.
Priestess, princess. Get the fuck out of here.
She's a pest. That's all I know. So how long has Jaga been here? I'm gonna guess centuries. It's probably centuries.
How you gonna ask that?
I don't know. Trip's the one doing it.
You
got the
gotta
25.
tell me what you're doing so I can try and answer it.
I was trying to get her to talk more about her dad.
Figure out a pantomime. All of
Okay, sorry, go with that then.
Great shaman, great power. He keeps us safe from the things that come for us, and points
Yeah.
to the penitent.
I'm not really. I'm just gonna say it, but not really make sure. I don't want Trip down there to pantomime it, but like, yeah, great power protecting her so far.
The long season has ended. The Kaives will melt and more will come.
The what?
The
Kaives.
Kaives?
KHY_VESS.
Yeah.
I draw a picture of a home and then a question mark.
Of a what?
Like a home, like a little
Oh, I
hut.
thought you said bone. I was like, what kind of bone we talking about? Trombone? Cocksticks?
Mm.
Did you say Kyves has melted, more will come, or more will come since something has melted?
She said the Kyves will melt and more will come.
Kyves will melt.
It has already begun. It is known.
Alright, fucking Dothraki, settle down.
See, you guys think Dothraki, I think of Mortal Kombat. It has begun. Mortal Kombat!
It is known. Yes, Khaleesi, it is known.
I say Khaleesi. I'm just kidding. That'd be really cool. Does she do anything when I draw a home? Or say anything?
She says the sacred grotto is to the north.
A sacred grotto's to the north, guys! Achievement unlocked. Da-da-da.
The great fire eagle protects us. You have his chosen among you, and she kind of like nods to Seraphina.
I think they worship your god.
I say, crap, what's his name? 1 second.
Kozoth.
Close.
Kasuth.
Kosuth?
She corrects you and says Khazatun.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Well, no one likes this girl already.
Now I just imagine a flaming eyeball.
Where'd you get eyeball from?
Thune at the end.
Oh, god damn it, Trip. It's Thoon, not Thun.
So it's a giant flaming raccoon?
I repeat it in in the form of a question like Kazathun.
Are you wearing a holy symbol, or you have one on your shield?
I think I have like a brooch of one. Hang on. Let me check.
It's a minion of Gozer.
No. I don't have it written down, but I'm pretty sure you gave me one. Hang on a second. Oh yeah.
Would it meant to be a slower in the depths of the ground that day, I can tell you.
My holy symbol is, it doesn't say what it is, it just says it's like red flames that like intertwine. But
Yeah, she points
it
to
doesn't say
that
what it is.
and says, yes, the great keeper of the fire.
I reply, like,
The fire keeps us safe through the long night. It is known.
So we're totally in Essos, and
Is he the Lord of Light?
Great Winter is ending. This is after.
They're similar. Light is one of his domains.
Okay.
Oh, are we in the Shadowlands of Asai? Asai?
I'm trying to think of what else we should ask her. Or pantomime to her.
How far her village is to the north? Like, draw different
Draw the
moon
little
cycles?
Village, and then draw like a little ... trail with an X or something.
I was gonna draw like different moon cycles to determine how many nights it would take to get there. I do that.
Okay. I'd roll something.
So, got like a new moon, half moon, full moon, quarter moons.
She doesn't know what you're asking.
I put it over, like above the village.
I would say draw us, and then like a path.
Wait, does this place
towards
not have a moon?
the whole thing, and then
After I draw it, I point up it like up.
What up, Brad? Thank you very much, sir. Actually, I'm gonna type to him because I don't think he can hear me. He's probably got the bufferino.
So I don't think she knows what the moon is.
that's why I said draw us with a little X, and then like trail leading to
Click this.
hut.
I draw that.
And then like tap on the part in between where we are in the hut. Like be like,
X equals time.
how far is it?
Sorry, I'm looking at this thing that Ewok just linked.
Yeah,
It's
I saw
unreal.
that yesterday, and
It's disgusting, but I want to try it.
I don't
it
want to
looks
try that.
like it gives you instant cancer.
Yeah, there's no way that that's not deadly.
Jeez.
Well, if they bring it here, I will try it.
I
And
don't understand.
either I won't be here for D&D anymore, and you'll know.
You'll be on
Then
fucking
you just, like-
dialysis.
Dip your Cheeto into your mac and cheese, like dig some out and then put it in your mouth instead of having to go somewhere and buy it like that.
But it's stuffed inside
If
the
you really
Cheetos
wanted to do
ammo.
that,
Hey, stuffed cheese pizza or whatever, stuffed crust pizza. Revolutionized pizza. This can revolutionize mac and cheese.
I wouldn't say that it revolutionized pizza. When's the last time you ate a stuffed crust
mac
pizza?
and cheese. Pizza
Couple-
with mac and cheese at the
About a
end.
month ago.
I'm pretty sure that's been done, Trip.
We'll agree
I feel
to
like
disagree.
the
Yeah.
crust would be soggy.
Like I'm acknowledging that this is probably disgusting, but I want to try.
Just be like stuffed crust pizza, but with noodles as well.
I'll be right
The
back.
crust would be like soggy. Mac and cheese isn't exactly like dry, you know, it's wet. It would be soggy in the crust by the time you got your pizza and then ate the pizza to get
False,
to the crust.
because it is 99.9% preservatives to prevent squishiness,
What, the crust?
which also makes it
What?
Plastech.
Plastic.
Plastech.
The crust of the pizza or the mac and cheese?
Scruffles,
mac and cheese probably
Plastech.
get hard when you cook the pizza.
Huh?
Plastech.
What?
Plastech.
Plastic?
No,
Plastic.
plastic.
What are you guys talking about? I wasn't paying attention.
Wow, somebody never watched The Indian in the Cupboard.
I read the book.
I've seen that several times. Long time
I read the
ago.
book.
In the galaxy far,
I did
far
both.
away.
It was like school reading.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't read it. I just saw the movie. Anyway,
So she doesn't understand the moon symbols.
She understands the moon
That's
symbol,
it.
she
Oh.
just doesn't know what you're trying to ask her.
Oh,
That's
I
why I
am
said
trying to have her
draw
like
us
ask her to
an X.
circle one. But
Draw
for
an
like
X.
over.
draw a path to a little like pictorial of a village, and then point to the
Yeah.
the part in between. Like, here's us. Here's the village. How do we get there? How long? Obviously, we can't say that, but we can point to the part between where we are and the little village.
Is that what you're doing?
I feel like
Yeah.
pointing at that
2
part
days,
rapidly.
1 day.
She holds up 2 fingers.
I guess 2
Okay.
days.
Maybe somebody
The
there
Indian
will
in the
be able to
cupboard,
understand.
Crutchy.
How long would it take us to get back to our camp?
That book so much. One day I thought, right?
Does it
What?
take us 2 days to take her home?
It was a 1 day trek to get to the cave with the lizard monsters, right?
Yeah, so, roll a wisdom.
Oh, me?
No, buckle.
Oh.
Oh, that's why I got confused. Wisdom or wisdom save?
Just wisdom. Yeah, I mean, you're pretty sure that you're about 2 days away from Camp Candlemas, but you don't know exactly where you are. So
Good point.
if you were to go back the way you came, you know that you'd have to deal with those lizard creatures.
More bitch ass crocodiles. Yeah, that sounds horrible. And the longer we delay, the more likely it is that Hephaestus is going to be executed.
How could we pantomime asking her to come back with us first, and then go to her village?
Good question.
I draw 2 villages, and then us. And then I draw a line from us to our village, and then to her village.
Like a little arrow going to ours, and then another little
Yeah.
arrow going to hers.
So you
And
just,
like I pointed at the first village I drew, and pointed at me. And then I pointed at the second village and pointed at her.
okay. And
And then I drew the line of us, like the group of us, going to our village, and then from there to her village.
she says no.
Okay, bye, Toots. See you later.
My father must know of this.
We could always go back there.
I tell her,
to get
I
there,
put
we
up
don't
3
know where it
fingers
is,
as
but-
3 days.
No, you must come now. The long-eared ones may not.
Can you pantomime we go together or we don't go? Trip. Use your 20 for good.
Well, Ewok and I wouldn't be allowed in the village in general. Like, if she don't like us. They'd probably kill us.
It's not so much a matter of not liking you, it's just you're a
Bad
symbol of great destruction to them. You know what I mean?
I can alter substance. I could go.
Well, I don't care what we do. It's up to you guys, because I don't have any personal stakes in going either direction. We found the source of the injustice already.
Is your injustice sense still tingling?
No,
I don't know, is it?
but it is
Maybe it needs
interesting.
batteries.
It is interesting, though, the similarities between the deity that you worship and the deity that they worship.
Yeah, I was gonna say if they think that you're a servant of their god, and she knows how to correctly pronounce your god's name or your vision giver's name.
It would be very surprising if they were not the same god. just different names.
I'm getting the feeling that we're not supposed to go back to our camp.
But we're not just gonna leave her. We gotta take her home.
No, that's what I mean. Like, we're not supposed to go to our camp.
You can do whatever you want. Just there's going to be consequences either way. So it's up to you for you guys to decide. What are you going to do? And Buckle, you know by now that it's very unlikely that Hefus is still alive. Because it's well past the...
It's been 3 days?
Yeah. Well, it hasn't been 3 days, but by the time you get back, 3 days will have passed. Today is the 3rd day.
That sucks. I'm gonna show her the arrow that I snagged with the red fletchings and junk, you know, the murder one.
Mm-hmm.
And because if her people fucking killed him, I'm gonna just destroy her whole village and I don't give a shit.
It is an arrow.
Help me out, 20 boy, with all your pantomiming and shit.
A pantomime. I asked Buckle for, do you have a regular arrow?
No.
Woody, do you have a regular arrow?
Yes. Yes,
All right.
Can I borrow it?
What up, Zipadelli?
Toss you an arrow.
Okay. I hold the 2 arrows up, and I'm like, this one, ours. Yours?
Yeah,
Not
do one of
mine.
these, like,
Says not hers.
all right.
And then I pulled it over her village to see if it's like her village's arrow.
Smart.
She grabs it and says, "Where did you get this?"
Okay,
It's gonna do that. Well, she took it. She recognizes it. So, come on, woman, talk. Or I'm gonna slap you. Ain't time for your shit.
She doesn't understand what you're saying.
I'm aware. I'm using it to my advantage, so I can say all kinds of bullcrap.
a pantomime that we found it in a dead guy. Like,
Roll another perform.
okay.
Yeah. Point to the arrow. Point to my neck. And then point to the picture of our town on the paper.
She kind of gets what you're implying, and she says, "We are not murderers."
It's such a subjective statement.
She seems offended.
All right. I'll pocket the arrow. Making me lose out on my side quest. Everyone else gets a side quest. My side quest fails. Wonderful. Hefus's case. I'll just cross this out. I suck. That's what I'm writing. I suck. I'm going to circle it.
My side quest is a lot lamer than yours. It's just to find a mine.
Yeah, your side quest has like interesting
I think
shit.
I have the most
I have to find
important
metal.
side quest.
Yeah, but when we find the metal, we get off this stupid rock and we can go home.
I already have metal. I'm gonna try and smelt something.
It's a crystal we need to get home now.
Yeah, crystals. I suck. I'm gonna underline it and circle it. Made that sound, you know, like in Warcraft, it's boom, and you feel real bad about yourself.
Okay,
Sorry, I'm so far off the rails tonight. I apologize.
it's cool. So what are you guys doing?
I asked the party if there's anything they'd like me to try and ask her.
I'm asking for my arrow back.
I hand you your arrow.
Thank you.
I just say, well, I have no idea what most of you guys have said, so this is my character. Yeah,
I can comprehend
I
it, not
wasn't
understand
here.
it.
I'm just. I hope we make the right choice to keep us safe.
I think we should have her bring us to her village, and the two elves wait outside because they're bad omens, and they're not going to want to help us or tell us anything with them inside the village. But I can like point to her, and then
You'd
point
need
to
me
us,
to
and then
translate.
point to the village, her village.
Could I do that with this?
I don't know.
Well, I could put the other one on and then this one, I think.
Yeah, you can change yourself
Change
to look like
appearance.
another race.
Well, having comprehend language on.
You can make yourself appear as a member of it.
Yeah. I mean, they both last 1 hour, but I don't think... Let me scroll up. Yeah, comprehend languages isn't a concentration spell.
Okay. So we could do that.
I pantomime pointing to her, then gesturing to us, and then pointing to her little village on your like makeshift map thing. Like you take us there.
She says, yes, we go now.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
So you guys
That's how we
gonna...
join to the princess.
Oh,
So you guys are gonna follow her to her village?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you casting Alter Self now?
No.
Okay.
How long does it last?
An hour.
An hour.
Oh,
so I'll just hang out outside the village.
Yeah, I'm assuming you'll be following in the rear.
unless we give you some sort
In
of
arrears.
like hood or something that you can hide under. Unless she's gonna make you wait outside. Don't know. I guess we'll have to see when we get there. If she's gonna make you wait outside the village.
I'm not going into a bunch of racist homes.
They're not. They don't hate you. They're just afraid.
And you are a pirate, so they're doubly
Can
afraid
we
of you.
tell what race
Oh,
she
Woody's
is?
racist as
She's
well.
human.
She's human.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As
just
best
don't
you
know
can
which-
tell. She has
don't know
all
which
the same
variety.
characteristics a human would.
We just don't know what variety of human she might be. Because she speaks a different language than the other humans we've met, so clearly from a different part of they obviously, because I'm guessing she's from here, so obviously different type of human than what we've encountered.
Thank you, Oracle, for that follow. Yeah, I put a token for her on the map. Just make things a little bit easier. Actually,
princess.
I don't like that one. I like this
Okay,
one.
never mind.
Yeah, I like that one. Fits a little better.
All right. So which way do we go?
She's gonna lead you guys, so you don't need to worry about any of that. But it's gonna take 2 days for you to get there. So if there's anything you'd like to do along your way in the meantime, let me know now.
Keep an eye out for grass that will cut me and a mine.
Okay.
Like, oh, that's a cave. It could be a mine.
Well, as you guys set off and you start walking north, and the further north you go, the steeper it becomes. Like, you're almost, you're walking up the base of a mountain at this point. Still forested area, but you're getting closer to the mountains.
Okay.
So roll perception.
Everybody?
Sure.
Okay.
You don't see any of those things.
Aww. We might have to venture further out to find them. But that's for later.
But, I mean, logic would dictate if you're looking for a mine, a mountain would be a good place to start. But you're not that close yet.
Okay.
Alright, so you travel for a day, you have to stop and make camp. Also, ammo, because you rolled a 23, like, periodically throughout the day, you hear, like, a sound like thunder. Coming from the mountains to the north.
Oh, hey,
Like,
that's
from
the
your-
shit I heard earlier.
From your position, it would be northwest.
Shaka's angry.
It sounds like thunder, but you don't see any storm clouds or lightning.
Can we, like, ask the chick? Like, tap on her shoulder, be like, what the fuck? Is your comprehend languages still up, or no?
Nope. You would have to cast it
never
again.
mind.
Well, if we're about to rest, I can cast it again.
Go for it.
I cast it again.
She says the great melt has begun.
The great melt has begun. Oh, that's the sound of ice breaking, isn't it?
Roll
like
nature.
ice shelves.
Buckle, where's your character from?
That is a great question. North Place. What did I put?
Is it Luskin?
It is Luskin.
You can go ahead and roll nature with advantage. Yeah, it could be like a glacier cracking, something like that. Some great block of ice melting and crumbling.
I communicate that to the party. And now I think that Cave S probably means glacier.
Well, it's a proper name. You were able to gather that much.
Oh.
She said
So-
the Kaibas.
The Cave S. Giant mountain, maybe? Wall. Snowy pass. I don't care. I hate this chick.
Wow!
Wow. She didn't do
This
anything
is
to
your
you.
quest, dude.
Not mine. This is Ammo's quest.
You sacrificed
talk to Ammo, I
some
forgot.
guy that wasn't guilty of that murder, but they implied it was guilty of something else, and you're saving a princess. You're a better knight for it.
Paladin.
Knight is the paladin.
No, it's not. It's a background.
Both.
Anything else you guys want to do on the first night?
No, I'm good.
Okay, so who's taking first watch?
I can.
Okay, Scruffles, roll d10. Alright, and who's taking second watch? Alright, Woody, roll d10.
You rest, Bear. It's fine.
Okay. So the night goes by without incident. You know, occasionally you hear sounds from the forest around you, but nothing that's unnatural. You know, you hear birds, maybe a wolf or something moving around in the forest, but it's nothing that, like, alerts you guys or stands out.
When we roll for stuff like that, we roll them just to not get a 10.
I'm not going to tell you that. But from a DM standpoint, basically what I'm doing is I pick a number between 1 and 10, and if you roll that number, it's an encounter.
Okay.
It's not always the same number.
Okay.
It varies every time you roll it. Oh, I think we lost Buckle. Because he's chewing on his pen.
No, he's back to his snuff film.
He's doing
I think I see an elbow.
thinking man pose. Let's see.
Buckle having some internet issues.
There you go.
Yeah, Trip's all derpy too.
Hey, my camera's
Buckle's
finally
infected,
in
man.
sync.
The only one who's crystal clear is Scruffles. I don't know why God hates me.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
As long as you guys can hear me, whatever. I can be pixelated, doesn't matter.
Yeah, could people stop rubbing Vaseline on Buckle's camera, please?
It's the only way.
Yeah, we didn't catch any of that. But it's time for us to take a break anyway, so I figure we could do that. Yeah, let's do that, and I'll restart the call, and we'll see if that fixes things. Alright, so don't go anywhere, guys. Gonna take a quick 5-minute break. No music this time, because I gotta reset the call and stuff, but we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Just gonna take a quick break, stretch the legs, grab something to drink, use the bathroom, that kind of stuff. So thank you all for coming out and watching. We are celebrating 1 year of me doing this for a living. So thank you all very much for coming out and supporting, and hope you guys stick around through the break. We'll be right back. Alright, we are back. Thank you guys so much for holding. We had to sort out a few call issues, but I think we are good to go now. Alright, we got everybody on screen. Beautiful. Look at these beautiful faces. Can I get some love up in chat for my co-conspirators? For the lovely Ammo Bird. For lesser half Trip.
I'm just a voice
El
inside her head,
Capitan
man. It's
Scruffles,
just-
aka Captain Doorknobs. Ewok Fuzzy Nuts. Sherbs, who I've been friends with for a long time. Actually, I think I've known you... Yeah, I've known you longer than, like, Ewok and Buckle. Probably around the same amount of time as Scruffles. Because we met through Bike Man, I think.
Yep. Indeed.
But yeah, I wouldn't be able to do this shit without you guys, so, again, thank you. I'm gonna say mushy shit like that throughout the stream. Be advised.
I didn't get a shout out.
Gross.
It's cool though. It's cool though.
But nobody cares about you, Buckle.
Are we gonna get
You care.
I thought he
I
said
know you do.
Buckle.
No.
We're gonna
No,
get
just
some
that-
Cheetos emotes now.
I
He's
thought
good.
Ewok was about to put on lipstick. I was like, what are you doing?
Would you fuck me?
Ewok is getting
fuck
fancy.
I'd fuck me hard.
We may be doing.
Yeah, they may be
that
doing
thing.
makeup.
Yeah, breaking out the mascara, the eyeliner.
Guyliner.
Yeah.
The only people that I follow on YouTube that do like makeup are dudes.
Really?
Get some.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Jeffree Star and Manny MUA, they're really good.
I
He
think
says
the only
more, 'cause I may need some.
makeup thing I watch is what's her name that does like all the cosplay body paint.
Oh, I follow a few
Yeah,
people
K
that do
Pike
that,
Fashion.
Too. Yeah.
She does
Yeah.
incredible shit. Like she is super fucking talented. To get
Insane.
like a character that's two-dimensional and then paint yourself to look like that is like there's like a special kind of intelligence you need for that.
People should look her up on
Talented.
Instagram. It's all like the finished product stuff. Pretty nut.
I don't think I watch any non-video game related stuff on YouTube. Like, subscribe to it.
The Meaning of
Differentiate
Death.
it.
Thank you very much for that follow. All right.
Mike is great.
So where we left off, you guys had camped for the first night. You're making good progress. She's keeping you moving at like a pretty good pace. Like normally traveling through the wilderness, like you'd have to travel a bit slower, but she's bringing you through game trails and things you wouldn't necessarily see, shortcuts. She's taking you on like the most direct route through the forest, and because she's obviously from this area, she knows it pretty well. So eventually, roll perception. Trip, I will give you advantage.
We're all rolling.
Yep, and Trip with advantage. Nice, dude.
Why do I get advantage?
I'll tell you in a second, once everybody
Okay.
rolls.
Wait, what are we rolling?
Perception.
No,
Perception.
don't open that.
Open what? What are you talking about, doorknobs?
I was trying to click on Chrome, but Notepad open. I was like, ow.
Oh, did I miss a sub? While I was AFK? Did this happen? What is the meaning of this?
Death, if the name is to be believed.
Huh. Yeah,
See what
it
you
hasn't
did
popped up yet. It might take a minute. And I have to update the sub number automatically. Which I always forget to do, but hopefully not this time. Alright, so the reason why I gave you advantage is because you're a wizard, and that will make sense shortly after I give you a brief description of what it is that you see. So you guys come over the crest of a hill, and you see a large grotto in front of you. It was probably ruins at some point. Now the walls are kind of like a mixture of stone, like old stone that was maybe there before, and then wood built around that to complete, the holes in walls and stuff like that. But the thing that stands out to you most, and especially you, Trip, is there's like these great broken arcs, which are spaced what would appear to everybody else like randomly. So I'm trying to think of a good way of describing this to you.
Stonehenge?
Kind of, but if the stones were longer and curved like up into the air.
Okay.
Like they might have been great stone archways at some point.
Looks like a bunch of whale bones sticking out of the ground.
Yes, exactly, Ammo.
Like
but now because of
pieces.
age and stuff, they've kind of broken in the center, so now they're just these big curved stone objects that are kind of intermittently spaced throughout the whole area. And the rest of it is like red is a very prominent color, yellow, orange, all the colors of fire, feathers and beadwork. It looks like a tribal community. But the reason why that stands out to you, Trip, is because to everybody else, these archways and stuff seem kind of random. But to you, it conjures up in your memory and stuff like this could have at least at one point had some kind of arcane significance. Like it might have been a wizard school at some point or something to that effect. Because there's really no way that these archways could have been constructed using primitive tools like you would expect a tribe of people to be using.
Okay. That's interesting.
So you're not sure, but there's something about the way that they're placed that makes you think, like, this could have some arcane significance of some type.
Can I roll Arcana?
Sure.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't really give you much more information than that, except after rolling the Arcana, you're pretty sure that, you know, before it was in its current state, you know, when this thing was first built, it was probably built by a wizard or a group of wizards.
Cool. Is this where their village is, or on the way to it?
No, this is their village. This is the grotto.
Okay.
Buckle's
Did I make it
band
funny?
meaner. What? What happened?
Ammo broke Buckle. Just shitheads in chat getting freaking wrecked by Buckle.
Oh, jeez. Has
Getting
it started
wrecked
so
by
soon?
Buckle.
Jeez.
Getting,
School just ended. Calm down. You have a whole summer to be buttholes on Twitch.
Oh, I forgot. It's that time of the year on Twitch again.
That it is. It's not often that I say something funny, but when I do,
It's a winner.
When you do, you break me. Well done.
So you're within line of sight of the village now. And she starts moving forward. So what are you doing, Trip?
Cast comprehend language, and I like motion to wait,
Okay.
and then I point to Ewok and I,
Mm-hmm.
and point that way, like towards the village.
She shakes her head no.
Okay. I turn myself into a human,
Using...
alter self,
Okay.
and I'm like thumbs up.
She kind of looks at you funny and then just kind of like slowly nods yes.
It's so they can, like, I pantomime to them, so everyone else can understand.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to do? So what do you know that you're not going to be welcome there? At the very
just-
least, not welcome.
Yeah, I'm just gonna dick around outside.
Okay, so I assume you're gonna post up somewhere where you can kind of keep an eye on, because
Is
you're
there a
like at the
tree
top of
I
the
can...
you're at the top of a hill, and then going down the hill on the other side is the grotto. So you can, from your current vantage point, you can see most of the interior of the area.
Alright, I'm gonna get to a good vantage point and cast Mask of the Wild, just so...
So you're hidden.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so you guys start walking up towards the village. Yes. Everybody as a group. So she's in front, and you guys walk about 20-30 yards forward, and she lets out a call. Sounds like a bird call. The entire grotto immediately like springs into action, and at first dozens, and then what might be 100 or more villagers come rushing out to greet her.
Oh.
So they, there's like what you would think of as like handmaidens or attendants, like immediately rush to her and start like inspecting her, cleaning her up. And they kind of, there's just like a throng of people all around you. And they're all speaking to each other. So Trip, who are you? Because there's so many voices going on, like I need to know who you're focusing on, because otherwise it's just going to be a mud of words.
Around the princess lady. Like
She's
her and anyone talking.
She's basically telling her attendants, "I am fine. These people rescued me. I do not know where they came from. I don't know what tribe they are from. But they are good people. They killed the penitent that captured me." And as soon as she says penitent, they're like, "Oh my god!" And like, "Are you okay? What did they do to you?" And you know what I mean. A lot of that back and forth.
Like as they're saying it, I'm gonna be like murmuring it while listening, so like everyone else can hear me.
Right, playing the translator. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So eventually she says, "Send for my father. He must come at once." And you guys haven't even made it into the grotto yet. So a few of the attendants go rushing off. And Ammo, the entire, like, everybody there is staring at you. Like, not in a mean way, almost like in an awestruck kind of way of like, "What's this?
Like
What's this?
Ewoks
What's
and
this?
C-3PO.
There's fire in her hair. What's this?"
I was looking up that video trip. I was typing Ewoks worshipping C-3PO like fucking now. God.
Yes, a lot like that.
Oh my god.
So they're not like falling on their knees or anything like that, but they're definitely taking notice of you.
And I'm just like,
If these are people who worship fire, you can see why. You are fire's embodiment, as far as they're concerned.
I like take a step or two back and I'm just like, mm.
And like they're kind of like whispering among themselves, and Trip, you can hear the phrase "chosen one" whispered quite frequently.
They keep saying "chosen one," and I like elbow Seraphina like, "You're chosen."
I choose
That
you.
doesn't
And there's a
say-
picture of a train. And with a flute up his nose, Ralph Wiggum.
Ralph Wiggum. That's a nice flute, man.
Some nice fluting, boy. I'm Idaho. What's a diorama?
Blinding.
I beat the smart kids. I beat this. I bet my Wookiee.
So good. The best of Ralph Wiggum.
I like
Here
how it
on
says
Twitch
Super-
TV /
Super
The Thought Boy.
Nintendo Chalmers.
Yeah.
Super Nintendo Chalmers.
Chalmers. What's a computer? That child just say, "What's a computer?" Let's look over here.
It tastes like burning.
I can't do my own taxes because I have so much
Tomato.
Simpson trivia stuck in my head.
Yep. It just pushed all that out.
It's fucking gone. I didn't speak to my wife in anything but Simpsons quotes for the first year we were dating.
Nice.
She didn't know.
So what are the rest of you guys doing? Scruffles and Sherb.
I'm just kind of hanging back and watching everything happen. Like, oh my god, this is a lot of people.
I'm just feeling very like trying to pretend that I'm not freaking out.
You are freaking out.
Chosen one isn't always a good thing.
Freak it out, man.
What if I'm the chosen one to be sacrificed?
Maybe. You don't know.
Yeah,
You don't know. You're not really getting that vibe though. It's more of a what's this? What's this? What's this? She's got fire in her hair. What's this? There's elf folk everywhere. What's this? The Devourer.
It's just like waiting there, like around the corner.
Hiding behind a tree.
Like this little tree in front of it. And we
This is
didn't
like a
notice
mountain behind it. Yeah.
It's like, I'm hiding.
Exactly. Alright. So a few minutes goes by, and then you hear a bunch of instruments being played. A lot of drums, tambourines, some horns, a flute.
Oh shit,
God
it's a
damn it,
party.
Starscream.
And they're playing like a very tribal kind of beat. The whole crowd parts, and here come the big chief. And now they
Is he
all
actually
drop to
really
their
tiny?
knees.
Big cheese.
No, he's actually a pretty intimidating figure. From your distance, you'd guess his height to be around 6'5".
Damn.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but at first glance at your party, one would assume that Buckle is the leader guy.
Yeah, he's shiny.
Yeah.
Okay. So he walks closer and closer. He's got this big feathered headdress on, festooned with beadwork and feathers of like all different colors, but mostly, like I said, hues of red, orange, and yellow. Carrying like a big flag almost of, again, feathers and beadwork in each hand. And he walks up to you and just kind of like looks you up and down, Buckle.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, he kind of does a dance up to you in rhythm with the music and says something that you don't understand. He's like, Manaka take a hoombow! And kind of flexes, like, up in your face.
Damn.
Brief glance at Trip.
Do I recognize the flag?
It looks exactly like the one in your vision.
Yes, I wrote things down and I remembered a thing.
Did you say that he flexed?
Oh, yeah, he's like...
Johnny
Like-
Bravo.
Johnny Bravo. Is he like
roll,
That's fucking huge.
roll nature.
Or the mountain.
Scruffles, roll nature.
Oh.
Did I understand what he said? Because I would have listened to that.
It sounded like a bunch of gibberish to you.
And flexed?
Yeah, roll nature, Buckle.
Oh, sorry, man.
I'm just like in the background, like
Scruffles had to-
flexing too.
Well, she asked, so... But you're, like, right in his face, so...
Jesus.
We know nothing about the outdoors.
Alright, roll an insight. That I probably should have had you roll insight anyway, but...
I kind of
Fuck.
get what
Oh wait,
he's
no, the 19 is
doing,
mine. Woo.
but apparently my character's dumb as a stump. And my mom
Just dumb
turned
under
blue.
pressure.
So, Scruffles, like, you see this big display, and to you it reminds you of, like, something like maybe certain types of animals would do, like peacocks or something like that, where they're basically trying to, like, establish people's willpower or, who's dominant over who, that type of thing. It's not necessarily a combat thing so much as it is, like, pageantry and...
Okay.
an old
I
buck's
tell
got
that
big
to Buckle,
antlers.
like, flex back, dude. Don't let him win.
Yeah, that's kind of what I just don't know if I want to flex or draw weapons and do it. But I will just... What?
So don't draw weapons.
Oh. I'll just do like the fucking... oh my god, I'm sorry.
Real nice. Now the dog's upset.
Dog's always upset.
Alright, so roll a performance
Oh.
check.
Come on, that should have just like given me advantage right there. What I just did.
I'll give you advantage.
Can I?
Yeah.
Wait. Can I use a cantrip while altering self?
Is that a
Are
concentration?
you gonna make him
I
like
think
loud
it's
as
a
fuck?
concentration.
No, I was gonna like make a fire poof out of his fist.
I think
With
That would be nice.
prestidigitation.
Spell.
That's smart.
Trip, roll a dexterity save.
Okay. No.
You timed it wrong.
The fire goes poof, and then my fist pops up.
Right.
Alright, here's my. Yeah, fucking nailed it.
So the crowd all around you go like, oh, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Fucking.
so he comes back at you with, Big Chief Lambrock, my name, the one who brings the fire in the game, keeper of the sacred flame. And the crowd goes wild.
Did he say all that in common?
No,
Oh.
I'm translating because Trip has comprehensive
Oh.
languages.
Getting a
I'm
strong
assuming he's
Final Fantasy X vibe from that right there.
So I tell him that, and I'm just like, just put Serafina in front.
Yeah, and after he does that, like the crowd's all like, the big chief, the big chief.
Alright, so. Alright, after that big flex display, then I then turn to Serafina and I bow deferentially to her.
All right, so he kind of like walks up to Serafina, like inspecting you almost, like walking in a circle around you. And he just kind of stops and stares,
Uh-oh.
waiting for you to say something.
It's your turn. Pop the guns.
Can I like? Hang on. Let me see. Trying to think of what I could do. One moment, please. I don't know what. I still don't recognize the language he was speaking in, right? Oh, I Trip translated, but
Right.
I don't recognize their language.
Nope.
Okay. I don't know what would be more impressive, speaking to them in a language they're not gonna understand, or some other different thing.
Well,
I don't know.
pick one or the other because you're kind of on the spot right now. All eyes on you. Everybody's waiting.
I'm gonna say something in primordial then, because that's my people's language.
Okay.
I don't know this chief. He might know it. The lady didn't, but
So what are you gonna say?
I'm gonna say, well, since we overheard them saying chosen one, I'll be like, I am the chosen one in primordial.
He like when you say
Doesn't
chosen one,
understand.
his eyes widen and he shakes his two flags. There's like, you know, beads and little like rattles and stuff all over him, so it makes like a big right. And he goes, "This here the chosen one, I say, bringing the fire in the game. Now bow your heads to the chosen one." And everybody bows deferentially to Ammo.
I tell the rest of the party, maybe we should bow is to not insult them.
I stifle
I
a little
bow,
chuckle.
yeah.
Be ruthless. Thank you very much for that follow. So you guys all bowing?
Baby, this is here.
The chosen one gonna make a bow.
Think of what?
Make a bow.
Yeah, I'm not getting that.
Is it
Turn
a
on his
Roomba?
dog, Jesus.
Is
Say
it?
it again.
Is he doing the thing from Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
What thing?
Oh,
There was a lot of things in Ferris.
Like the yellow song?
Yeah.
No, it's
Mow mow.
not that.
Yellow's amazing.
So,
She the one gonna help us reclaim our lands.
whoa.
Enforce the will of fire.
Whoa.
What?
Trip, you're still
Yeah.
recall. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. I'm trying to stand to the side so like the chieftain can't see me, but Emma, I'm like.
I don't know if he understood me in Primordial or not, but I'll be like,
You know that he understood you because
when
he
did I
he
say that I
responded
was
to you
gonna help
accordingly.
you? I'll be like, when did I say that I was gonna help you? When did I sign up for that?
'Twas a great fire eagle brought you here. Kazathun in the crowd. Kazathun, Kazathun, Kazathun. You can
Would that
roll.
be the same as Kosuth by any chance?
You're pretty sure at this point they're the same deity. Just they call it something different.
So what am I rolling?
Roll an insight.
Rolling to get the fuck out of here is what we're doing.
Buckle, you can become a paladin of the flame. Oh, that'd be cool.
You swayed me around. I kind of want to do that.
You're pretty sure that this is all just some kind of like tribal pageantry going on right now, and that they don't mean you any kind of harm. Like if they wanted to kill you guys, they easily could have done it by now. They have the sheer numbers that they could just overwhelm you.
Yeah, at the level 1, I could just hammer down.
Hammer down in charge.
You could try.
Not hammer down and run.
Hammer down in charge. The other
So what you doing there, chosen one?
So what did he say in response to me being like, when did I say I was gonna help you?
That the Great Fire Eagle was the one that brought you here, and he knows that you're the chosen one.
Oh, tell him that
No,
means
I
his
know
daughter's
nothing
the
of
great
the
fire
great-
eagle.
I know
If
nothing
if
of
you've
the
been
Great
having
Fire Eagle.
prophetic dreams, then it's very possible that he has as well. Especially if you're both serving the same deity. Your deity has brought the two of you together.
Is it a match
made in Okay. heaven?
Oh.
And fire!
Unimpressed.
Down on the fire! Gonna smoke that fire!
I am unimpressed by all the showmanship. Can I be like, what's up with all the crazy weirdness? Like, why are you behaving so strangely? Why does this need to be some big show?
It's the way it's always been, chosen one.
Maybe for you.
Kazathun, the great fire eagle, done saved my people in eons past. And now he bring you here to liberate us from this prison of forest. To reclaim the great land of Gorathus. To defeat the black one who fall from the sky. And bring nothing but pain and suffering to my peoples.
Would that be Jaga?
He nods, yes.
Okay. So if you're the chief here, why exactly... Well, I asked him, just to confirm, if he's been having visions as well.
Wait, one more time, what are you asking him?
I'm asking him if he's had visions as well.
All the time, chosen one, all the time.
So why am I the chosen one and not you, if you've also been having the visions? I
You got
only
the
get them
fire
when I
in your
sleep.
blood.
Uh-huh.
You're a fire genasi.
What does that have to do with Jaga?
He's not your god. He can't tell you why your god brought you here. He just knows that he did.
So he knows nothing about what the fire genasi has anything to do with.
He's never seen a fire
with
genasi
it?
before. He has no idea what you are.
Well,
But
I would assume he's referencing my race when he's like, "Oh, you have the fire inside you," or whatever. I'd be like, "Well, that's because some of my ancestors were genies." I don't know what that has to do with Jaga, though.
you and your friends gonna help bring him down. I seen it. I seen it in the flames. And he's
I
speaking
have
to you in
seen it.
primordial now.
Did you see us by ourselves, or did we have help?
I see a great army at your back. All the tribes united. Even some of the lesser folk.
And how are they united?
Under your banner, the chosen one.
Do you have possibly any information on how that happens? How I rally them behind me?
He kind of puts his hand on your shoulder and looks you in the eye and says, "The will of fire."
That's very vague.
Isn't it? What, you think I'm gonna give you the whole story right now? No, come on. What kind of DM you think I am? You get bits and pieces, and then at the end, it's oh.
Right, Homer?
It's true.
We'd be like, if this happened, and like Ammo and I, and we found like some primitive people that were like, "You're a god," and Ammo would be like, "No, I'm not." I'd be like, "Shut the fuck."
All
So-
I can think of is El Dorado.
So,
Let's be gods. The perks are great.
he says,
El Dorado.
"You come on inside now. We have a big feast."
Chip like perks up. He's like, food. Wait, no, I can't understand him. Never mind.
Nope.
I tell
Not unless
Ammo
you
to
speak
tell
primordial.
about Woody.
I do not.
Okay, well at this point I'm assuming he's inviting us into his feast, so I would explain to the rest of the party what was said and that he's inviting us to a feast.
Okay, then I
You need
get
to get
excited.
permission
I'm
to
like,
invite
"Boo."
Not
Al.
one like the last one in Trip's campaign, meta, where they tried to kill us.
It wasn't murder. It was a sacrifice.
Yeah, it was a sacrifice, not murder.
It's totally legit. That was the biggest eye roll I've ever seen.
That was
There's
an
all-
eye roll followed by a
Their god said it's okay.
I like
Yeah.
I like how I've shell shocked you guys to the point where you don't trust a single thing I put in front of you.
No, don't trust the DM. The DM's a dick.
Trying to give you guys some allies here.
The D and DM stands for dick. You're a dick master. Sorry.
Master of my own dick.
Listen, ain't no one's gonna work it like we work it, right?
Because I got the will of fire.
Is he gonna talk like that the whole time?
I hope so.
Actually,
It's the best thing that's
I'll
ever
ask
happened
him.
to us.
You
I'll ask him.
You've
that.
gathered
Is he gonna
from-
talk like that the whole time.
well, you've kind of gathered that this is some kind of pageantry or weird tribal formality where you're being greeted by the chief. And probably after all that's done and you're having the feast, he's probably not going to continue talking like Hulk Hogan.
I hope not. I don't like feeling like
Like-
I'm being yelled at. when
And
I'm
that's
not
something
actually
like
being
all of
yelled
you
at.
guys know, even without knowing what's being said, is like the pageantry here is like super heavy. Like he's got retainers on either side of him that are similarly dressed but not quite to the same grandeur. Like he's got like full massive headdress, like just covered in beads and gems and...
I'm still picturing El Dorado and like that high priest guy. He's like, the gods have awakened.
No. That's no. I'm just kidding.
Is there like
So
a
you-
shady-looking priest dude around here?
Wait, what?
As speaker for the gods.
Like, there's always a shady-looking priest dude behind controlling a chieftain.
There's a couple people there that could be fulfilling that role. You don't really know.
Okay.
You don't have much to base this on. You don't have all... Like, your character's experience with tribal cultures is super limited.
Like, is there a guy going in the corner and we're just not paying attention to him?
No. They
Okay.
all seem to be on the big page, on the same page and following the big chief's lead.
Okay.
No matter what happens, they're gonna do what he tells them to do, or follow his lead. So if he's greeting you and welcoming you into his sacred place to have a feast, you don't see anybody that looks like they're plotting or anything like that.
You don't see Jafar over
It's
in the corner.
it's more a case of you guys just look super fucking strange to them. Like, you guys might as well be fucking aliens. The way that you're dressed, and, you know, Ammo's the chosen one. You got this humanoid of fire, which obviously they worship. So it's more of the general throng of people are awestruck, as opposed to, they don't look afraid. They don't look devious or anything like that. More of like excitement.
Okay. I tell Serafina to make sure it's safe for Woody and me, because I only probably got like 20 minutes left.
Trying to think of how I can break it to them delicately that we have 2 elves in our party. I can just be like, well, in my group of comrades, whatever we want to call our little group, I have 2 elves with me, but they are with me, the chosen one. They have helped me. They have been with me through this whole adventure thus far and have served me well, so please don't kick them out or treat them badly.
He goes back to speaking his language, so only Trip knows what he's saying. But, she bring the long ears to this sacred place, and the doom that follows. What is the meaning of this? And, immediately, everybody there, it's spear tips pointed at you.
Fuck.
Trust. You must trust.
They're the ones that defeat the Great Devourer or some shit.
I am the chosen one. After all, apparently I know what I'm doing.
I don't
the
know what
will
they're
of the
saying.
gods.
Oh, I
I'm
read.
straight up putting my hands up.
I would have said it. Because I understood it.
Still putting my hands up.
And I'm telling him I am the chosen one, and they are with me.
Not with her.
They need to trust that I know what I'm doing and that Kazathun knows what
So he's
he's doing.
kind of stopped paying attention to you at this point, and he's looking over the party very carefully, and he begins to cast a spell.
Uh-oh.
Knowledge Arcana!
Yeah, you can roll Knowledge Arcana if you want.
Oh, yeah.
Do I have that? I don't think I do.
Dog, settle down. You can't get upset for every good or bad roll.
Yes,
I
I
do not
can.
have knowledge arcana.
Just watch me, asshole.
You're not my real dad!
Oh. Just put a roof over his head and feed him every day. Make sure he's warm and has toys.
But you hit him and you never pet him.
Yeah,
He's
never do those.
just dying of neglect.
Yeah, look at him. He's just wasting away with
Yep.
500 pounds of neglect.
So Trip, you know he's casting Dispel Magic on you.
He's casting Dispel Magic. Oh,
Do you also have Dispel Magic?
no.
Well, okay, well.
And that's a
Would that
3.5 rule.
dispel?
I don't think you
spell
can do that in 5th edition because
everything,
there's
or
an
would it
actual
just-
counter spell now.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Would it
Yes.
dispel comprehend language? Like, does it only take one away, or both away?
Good question. What level are they?
Alter is 2. The other one is 1.
Okay. Yep, both spells are gone.
Dang it.
So you immediately revert to an elf form, and the place goes fucking apeshit. They see an elf standing there, and they're all like spear tips pointed at you. Big Chief
still
is
have my
trying
hood
to maintain some kind of order, but the people are going fucking batshit right now.
May I draw a weapon and shield and stand in front of Spruce?
You know that if you do that, you're gonna be attacked.
If I only make a defensive gesture and guard him rather than be offensive?
Doesn't
Can I
matter.
just yell,
Any movement
really
toward.
loud?
Sure. How
Can I
loud?
just, like, shout it as loud as I possibly can?
Do you happen to know the thaumaturgy cantrip?
I don't think I do. Hang on.
Can I use prestidigitation to make that echo really loud?
I don't know if you can do that with prestidigitation. I
No.
know you can do it with thaumaturgy. You can make your voice up to 3 times as loud.
I don't think I have that. Nope. Doesn't look
Okay.
like
So just roll a wisdom save then.
it.
Harmless sensory. Cleaner soil.
Yeah, so you yell stop and everybody kind of just stops and looks at you for a second. Are you going to follow that up with anything or?
I'm gonna walk and stand between them and Spruce and like hold my arms out like shielding, like no, stay away.
And at this point, the big chief and the princess are like talking amongst themselves, like quietly, like you can't hear what they're saying. But like the general throng of people is like losing their minds, upset. It's like, hey mom, I
so-
brought my friend for dinner. His name is fucking John Wayne Gacy.
Ooh,
Jeffrey Dahmer.
My mom likes learning about serial killers. So
Funny example. Anyway, so I shout, stop! And I go in between and I'm like, no.
So the big chief holds up his hand and everybody like instantly stops talking, lowers their spears. I say this now for once and all to hear. If the chosen one chooses to bring the long ears here, that's her prerogative.
that's a good
And the rest of you gotta bow. And so instantly, like I said, everybody follows his lead, puts away their weapons. They're still very much on edge, but they're doing what they're told.
Thank you.
Ask the chief to explain a little bit more about this long ears thing, because we don't really know much about it. We just know the beast thingy eats elves, but we don't really know anything else. Why exactly do they eat the elves first, and why do they go after the elves above everyone else?
It's not a they, it's an it.
It.
And we
Why
speak
does
more over the feast. It's a long tale.
Okay.
You said there was two,
Stay
and yet
away
I
from
see
the
one
elves.
to confront me now.
Yes, we left the other one behind right outside the village, because we weren't sure how we would be received if we approached with a visible elf in our party.
I was needed so you can communicate. Tell
Yes,
him.
he is our. What are you? Maid? Sorcerer? Whatever.
Just say translator. He'll probably freak out if you say sorcerer.
Chardy McDennis.
He is our translator.
Chardy McDennis 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yes.
Electric Boogaloo. It has nothing to do with it. So good. Sorry, anyway. So the big chief says, you go on and get your friend now. Bring him in for the feast. I have your word. Your companions go unharmed within these walls. Ugh, it's hurting my voice to talk like that. Trying to wrap this up so I can stop ruining my voice.
Okay.
I will go.
This.
I
Get
stay
Woody.
between the.
There you go.
Yeah, I was gonna say either one of you or Spruce go get him so that I don't have to like walk away from Spruce and not be still like stay away. Because though they are following.
Yeah,
the
they're not brandishing weapons, but they're
necessarily
looking at
trust
him
them.
fearfully, if anything. They're more scared of him than anything. Is the vibe that you're getting.
Yeah, so I tell him to go fetch Woody.
I go and get Woody and tell him everything. Like, Seraphina made the chieftain tell him it's okay for us to be there. Just don't instigate.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm a rock.
Bad idea.
They're great ones. I'm talking to. Okay, I want to be talking to a rock that's right next to him, looking like another rock.
Okay. So-
Anyway,
And then
So what are
hear
you
the other
doing?
rock talk.
I'm just gonna kind of stuff my ears in my hat and follow him.
Okay. So you guys rejoin the group, and again, they're looking at you, like staring at you both, and just, you know, you don't even have to roll insight. They look afraid more than anything. So you guys going in? Feast time? Montage to
Yes.
feast?
feast,
Yeah.
feast,
Yeah.
feast, feast, feast.
Feast.
Okay.
Montage.
Ooh, I like that.
I got the jokes.
That's pretty good. All right, so they bring you in, and you're brought to a small hut, which has, you know, like a washing basin, you know, basic kind of stuff in it for you guys to clean up, do whatever you need to do. As you're walking towards that, the princess talks to Trip, because she's kind of gathered that he's the translator. She doesn't really know how it works, but she says, "You wait here in this hut, get ready, and in a short time we come and get you for the feast."
She reminded me of Lou.
One of us is going to end up married to one of these girls. I've seen Stargate. Thog is strangely quiet. It's not me. Chirp, you can marry him. I'm out. Or Chip. Chip can marry him.
Damn, you
Always
guys are
wanted
so
life.
one-dimensional.
Anyway,
It always comes back to sex, doesn't it, Buckle? It's all about the sex with you, isn't it?
No, we're talking about marriage.
sex. It's
It's all about the
political
sex.
alliances.
Listen, one of us has been married.
Lewd.
Sorry. So glad she's in bed. I would get murdered.
You're just gonna see a vase come out of nowhere, smash Buckle in the side of the head.
And then him just say, "I'm sorry."
Sorry. So, what are you guys doing? Washing up? Getting ready? Doing anything special?
Not really.
Just washing up and like trying to pay attention to, because it's just us. It's like a private thing.
Yep.
This feast. Okay.
Well, you would assume that certain other ranking members of the tribe are going to be there, but it's not going to be the whole village. That would be ridiculous. I mean, just
Yeah.
walking through the area, you know there's hundreds of people there.
I'm just watching how everyone else is handling themselves and trying to mimic what they're doing to try to blend in, kind of.
Okay. So short time passes and the princess comes and beckons you to follow her.
They sent the princess to gather us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you're gathering from kind of the structure that she carries, just probably as much clout, maybe a little bit less than her father, but...
Mm-hmm.
You haven't been introduced to any sons yet, so it may very well be that she'll be the next big chief.
Which is why it's interesting.
So, she comes to gather you. You guys follow her, I assume.
Yeah.
So you're brought into a long... It's almost like a Viking dining hall type thing, you know what I mean? Where there's big long table in the center, a large fire at either end, and a big hearth. And this area seems to have been a pre-existing structure. Whereas the rest of this community is all like wooden houses and huts and stuff like that. This is part of the stone work that was left more or less intact. Like the roof above you is made of wood, but the rest of the structure is stone.
Does it have any like magical stuff like the other things?
You're gonna have to be more specific than magical stuff. I don't know what you're talking about.
Looks like it was built by mages like the other things.
Roll a history check with advantage.
History.
It could go either way. But you know, like, the whole area in general had some kind of arcane purpose at some point. Maybe not this specific hall, but the grotto in general did. And you don't see anything, like, history-wise that stands out to you. There's a bunch of beaded tapestries hung up, depicting various things. But we'll get into that, because he's going to go through and explain some of the history. Help fill you guys in, and also get some answers for himself. So the feast begins. It's like free-for-all style. There's no servants. All the food is on the table, so you grab what you want and sit down. There's a large mixture of fruits, vegetables, some roasted meat. Looks like boar meat.
Are elves vegetarians?
I don't know. Probably not.
I always picture them
In Lord of the
more as,
Rings
like
they
Native
are.
American, like, where they use like all parts of the animal.
Well, that's
That's
racist.
Did-
I'm kidding.
They're wood
I
elves.
keep forgetting that you guys can't see my face, so he doesn't get like the Kappa smile when I say shit like that. But yeah.
Dick master.
So yeah, you guys are welcome to fill up your plates with whatever you want. And once everybody is sat down, your Ammo is seated immediately to his right. He's at the head of the table. So Ammo is immediately seated at his right. The princess is immediately seated at his left. Besides that, it doesn't matter to me what order you guys sit in. So who's sitting next to Ammo? Okay, who's sitting next to Buckle?
I will. I don't know.
All
I
right,
should
Okay,
probably
Bear.
there you go.
close to them so I can translate.
Oh, that's true. So you want
But
to
I don't want to
with me?
insult them because they don't like me.
The people who are in this room are high enough rank, you're guessing, to know better than to start shit. So like a handful of them are kind of like eyeing you like warily, but nobody's like being rude to you or anything like that. They're offering you the same courtesies that they are to everyone else.
Okay.
Alright, so it's going ammo, buckle, trip, bear, chip.
Sure, I'll just be at the end of the table. Goku with all the food.
Okay, and Ewok?
Yeah, I'll be by Chip.
Okay. So everybody sits down and starts eating, and the big chief casts a spell. Trip, you can roll Arcana if you would like. So he sits down and he starts casting a spell and he motions to you, Ammo, to like everybody hold hands.
Everybody hold hands.
I hold Buckle's hand.
Scruffles.
Is this what the motion that we're doing?
Sure.
Left hand up, right hand down. Everyone
Scruffles, what
grasp
does the
hands.
fox
Oh, yeah.
say?
What did
Right.
you?
Whatever
Left
that
up,
is.
right down.
Are we doing the Macarena?
You're supposed to hold hands with people. You put your left hand out for their right hand to grasp downward.
Right.
You
Alright,
grasp
so
downward with your right
It's
hand.
just awkward because we're like this because our camera doesn't pick up the normal motion of like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he casts a spell, and Trip, you know from your Arcana check that it's a divination spell, and that it's similar to comprehend languages.
Oh.
So he places his hand
So
on
everyone
Ammo's
can
shoulder,
understand.
and suddenly you are able to understand everyone around you.
Yay! That makes life so much
That
easier.
spell he was talking about earlier.
It is. Meta information, it's
Spell,
called
I
tongues.
assume.
Hey, your mom
This-
loves that spell.
I'm
The
assuming
spell
it's a
grants the
spell.
creature you touch the ability to understand any spoken language it hears. Moreover, when the target speaks, any creature that knows at least one language and can hear the target understands what it says. It's the universal translator spell.
It's
Cool.
the Babelfish of spells.
Babelfish?
Babelfish.
Babel?
Babel.
Babel.
Babel!
Anyway,
Translator microbe.
So he turns to you, Ammo, and says, "What brings you to this place? Where are you from? Tell us more."
I started at the beginning. We sailed over on a boat because we were sent by these people. I explained that whole bit. We got here, found a settlement which was being attacked by lizard things. We followed that, which led us to their cave. We destroyed their eggs and shit, and then we found this other priestess lady, and we followed my injustice senses to your daughter, where we killed the what was that guy?
Penitent.
Penitent.
Where we killed that guy. So I
Oh,
explain all.
Show him the head.
Do we still have it with us?
I don't think Buckle put it down.
We can't keep that.
Yeah. Emma just pulls it out of nowhere. We killed this.
Wait, by
So-
the way.
Yeah, so several people at the table are taken aback and they gasp, and he holds up his hand to calm them. Yes, I have faced these blasted creatures before.
So yeah, that's what brings us here, and
They have the
also-
blackest hearts among Jaga's forces. Only those who give completely to the suffering can be penitents.
How many of them are there?
He
'Cause this
shrugs. No way of knowing. And you say you have a camp, more people like you.
What percentage of human would you say the camp is? I don't know if
Nine.
there's
All
any
humans
other.
and a dwarf.
Couple dwarves, mostly humans, and there was one elf, but he got murdered.
Yeah, so nobody like me, but other humans mostly. And I recognize you guys' banner from a vision, which I'm assuming is why I'm here. I was brought here for a
Yes,
reason.
Kazathun brings the visions.
What is this?
Don't worry
Is
about
this a
it.
gift?
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
It's Fable.
Oh. Blow at your screen. Anyway,
It's a handsome bull.
Can't help it.
I feel pretty.
so yeah, explain all of that and about the recognizing the banner because it was in my vision. So I'm assuming my god wanted me to come here. That's about
Okay.
it.
So he says, I'm sure you're full of questions. What would you ask of me?
We would like to know first about, well, I would like to know first about what the deal with this great devourer is and why everyone here is petrified of elves.
So he explains that a long time ago, and you're guessing he's talking about in the thousands of years, as opposed to hundreds. Thousands of years ago, this land was full of all different races of people. But after Jaga came, took power, and invoked the power of evil gods against the people, one of those evil gods was Malar, who sent his servant to eradicate the elves. But it's not... It prefers to eat elves, but it'll devour anything in its path. He
Okay.
describes it as a mountain-sized creature with an impenetrable carapace, and a vast sucking maw. He says he doesn't know
So-
where it comes from, but anytime there have been elves on the continent, it appears. And that's why they're so afraid of elves.
Does he know why elves specifically get targeted first? Though, like you said, anything in its path gets devoured, but is there some reason why elves? Or does he know anything why it would be elves that this thing is coming after?
It's just the way it was made, I guess. He doesn't really know. That would be meta information to him. I mean, I could tell, as the DM, I could tell you why, but he doesn't know.
Okay. Just writing things down. Lots of things to write. Okay.
Alright, enough with the puns, you. Any other questions? He looks to the rest of the party.
What do
I'm just
they
stuffing
know
my face.
about Loviatar or the Red Mistress?
The
Hold
Mistress
on.
of Pain.
Nope. The other one. The Red Knight.
The Red Knight.
So you're
Clearly
asking
they-
about Leviatar and the Red Knight?
clearly they
On
have
the subject of
presence there.
Leviatar, he gets like a look of disgust over his face and he says, she's in league with Jaga. Ooh, Jesus.
Jesus.
Thank you for that $2 holocodos, because your heart hasn't had your daily doses of fuck you yet, Kappa. And yes, I changed the, I actually changed the donation settings so that if you do type in fuck instead of fuck asterisk, or F asterisk asterisk asterisk, it'll just replace it with a happy word.
Yay.
So that could get interesting. Thank you again for that donation, man. That really helps out. Let's get some love up in chat for Mr. Kodos. Keeping me awake with those $2 holas. So he explains that Jaga and Leviatar are in league with each other, in the biblical sense. They're lovers.
How do you get that gig?
Through great cruelty and causing massive amounts of suffering, which he did. He basically gained her eye through causing all this destruction and mayhem after arriving here.
To get them in the mood, they just flay a few people.
He explains that, you know, in ages past, like, this was a very peaceful land. There were several human kingdoms, elven kingdoms, dwarvish kingdoms, all different races. And when he showed up, it didn't take very long. Like, in terms of grand history, it didn't take very long. But, like, say within a couple hundred years of his arrival, he had the entire continent underneath his boot, except for the forested area which you're in now, which he explains that Kazathun, the Great Fire Eagle, caused a massive eruption which built the mountains which separates them from the rest of the continent.
So now I'm wondering if it was actually like God's work of doing that, or if it was just like geological forces happening and they thought, oh my god, it's Kazathun.
No way
Now
for
that'd be
knowing.
cool.
No way of knowing for sure. So I mean, he's gonna give you guys a bunch of information, so have your notebook handy. But I'm curious to see what you guys want to ask about before he just starts offering information, because I think it's better for a roleplay that way. Keeps you guys more
I know what
engaged.
the Kaives is.
He explains that it's a crack in the mountain that's usually filled with ice, and every couple dozen years or so it melts, and when that happens they see a big influx of these penitents and other forces of Jaga coming to try and capture or kill them. Like, he explains that Jaga is like a complete out of his fucking mind totalitarian, where just even this small sliver of forested land along the coast of this massive continent that's not under his control drives him batshit. So he's constantly trying to find ways to get to these people, but he only has these short windows where this ice melts and allows him passage through.
I would like to ask him if they have any sources of metal and crystal, because we can take those and make it so people that can't wield the power of Kazathun, like this one, can do it anyway. Because guns go poof with fire.
He doesn't really quite get what you're saying, because he doesn't know what the fuck a gun is, but he kind of like nods like, alright.
There's an instrument that can be made that uses fire to kill things far away.
He explains that the dwarves once had a mine in the mountains, but it's since been abandoned for hundreds of years. He knows something drove the dwarves out, but he doesn't know what. There's no more dwarves
Did
around.
they dig
Is it
too
Morio?
greedily and too deeply?
It's possible.
Dwarves,
I suppose.
Dwarves always dig too deep.
I really don't want to fight a Balrog.
No such thing.
The mine
But
is named Morio.
A
so it's not
Balor or
copyrighted.
Pit Fiend, however.
Those don't sound fun either, so no.
Aw, come on. She never lets me have any fun with demons and devils. What about a Yoklo?
That doesn't sound nice.
I don't know why I thought of like a
Can
satyr.
we have a
Both
fade
the go
dragon
ahead.
back?
Do you do what now, Ammo?
Can we have our Fey Dragon back? He's been gone for an awfully long time.
He's off doing fairy dragon things. I don't know what to tell you. He's capricious.
Fey Dragon. Okay. Trying to think what else we should ask him. Because I asked about the Great Devourer and the Kaives and Leviatar.
Oh, and I'm sorry, I skipped, you asked him about the Red Knight. He just calls her the Red Lady. she's made her presence known a few times throughout the years. If anyone wanders too close to her former temples. But he doesn't really know much about her, except she was one of the deities worshipped by the ancient humans.
Before we get into too much history, we sort of represent a settlement of shipwrecked survivors, all kinds of races. Would they be welcome to trade here or maybe seek shelter here if attacked?
He explains that that's fine as long as they know to not act a fool, basically. You know what I mean? As long as they don't cause problems, he won't cause problems.
Got it.
But so far he's been pretty magnanimous, and you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't seem to be wanting to start trouble with anybody except Jaga.
Does he really seem like he wants to cause trouble for Jaga, or just survive until the ice comes back?
No, he wants to reclaim the land for his people, which are basically, he explains it that like the survivors who made it to this forested area before the mountains went up, they were the ones who were rebelling against Jaga. So these are, you know, it was back then it was a group of human beings from all different kingdoms who banded together to try and stop him. They failed and were driven back to this point. And after that point, the society kind of broke down over time and then reformed into what it is now.
Can I
he explains that there's other tribes who are not quite as kind.
All human?
Yes.
Can I infer that these kingdoms were more than grove-dwelling, hippy-dippy forest people at one point?
Yeah, he says they had great houses of stone and steel. He describes it to you the best he can, and based off of that description, you can infer that he's talking about castles and stone walls and temples and things like that.
Oh, now that we can understand each other, can I ask him what language it is that he's speaking?
He just says it's the common language.
Speaking of, would someone be willing to teach us?
It's kind of like this. If you went to France, people would speak French. So to them, French would be common. Whereas if you go to the United Kingdom, they speak English, so English would be common. It's just a different version of common, basically.
Is that what they used to call languages back then?
But if you would like to put a label to
realize?
it, I would call it far common.
Okay. I don't know
Can
if they
they
like
teach
had a
us?
name for it.
Yeah, like I said, you can learn languages over time. It just depends on how you're going to do that. It's going to... Like, if you wanted to sit down and actually learn a language, it would take you, like, a month or more to get proficient with it. So it's definitely something you guys can do, but in the meantime, he's going to be casting this spell whenever it needs to be cast.
Good. What causes the melt? If his behavior and moods affect the weather, what causes that melt, the ice to form up, to block him off? Is there...
He doesn't know.
Could there be intervention from the gods?
Perhaps. He turns to Spruce and says, "You know the magic words."
Mellow.
Yes.
Basically, he's like asking, "Are you a wizard?" because they don't really
Yeah.
have. They don't really have a concept of arcane magic in that sense. Like, they're a very shamanistic kind of culture, so it's more. They gain magic from the gods or through. Perhaps there might be sorcerers among them, but they don't have, like, libraries or. Like, wizardry to them is, like, totally foreign concept.
I like show him my spell book.
He says that, yes, once there were many books like that here. But after
Where did
thousands
they
of
go?
years, they decayed.
Oh.
And not enough people knew the words to keep them going. Ordinarily, like in a library, like if a book is falling apart and it's an especially important piece of literature or whatever, somebody else will recopy it.
Yeah.
That it never happened. So eventually, over time, all the books were just gone, and so wizardry became a thing of the past. But he explains that where you are right now used to be a school for people like that.
Maybe one day we can recreate it.
Maybe so. Maybe so. He asks if there are others with your talents.
There was one. He seemed very powerful back at our camp.
He says, I would very much like to meet this man.
If we got a crystal, he could open a gateway between here and our home, where there's more people like her, and I point at Seraphina.
He laughs. He says, what kind of crystal you need?
The wizard said it was just a crystal. We'd find it in a mine. He didn't say.
Roll Arcana.
Okay.
Diamond would work best.
A diamond.
Clear and strong is what you're looking for. Something both durable and clear. Unfortunately, they do not have diamonds. But he does explain they have a large array of crystals that you are welcome to choose from.
Maybe could open a portal for a short time.
They usually just chip them down and use them for beads. Other ornamentation, things like that. They have no... It's not like a currency to them. It's just a natural thing that they use.
Sweet.
I got really excited because I needed gems for a spell. Then I realized that it was my Dragonkin character from Trip's campaign.
That will happen. That will happen. So, anything else you guys want to ask? This is your chance to learn some history.
Do they have, or could they make for us, a map of the surrounding areas?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Which
Me one
I'm
of them.
out of character. I'm still working on the map. It's not my forte, so
Sure, whatever.
I'll have it in Roll20 eventually, but it's probably going to be a week or two till I actually get something decent looking.
I saw
I
a
don't care
really
if I
cool
have
way to make a map. You take macaroni and you drop it, like pour it down on drawing paper, and then you trace the shape.
Okay.
To make islands or continents or
But I'm
whatever.
doing it on my computer, so should I just shove macaroni into my power supply, or... I mean, that could
Well, then
work,
you could
right?
take the shape and put it on a scanner.
CPU, actually.
Yeah, I'll boil it in my fucking water cooling. That'll work,
But
right?
isn't the point for it to be cool and not hot?
Well, it's lukewarm. There's water in there. It'll soften
Why are
up
we
eventually.
talking about this?
I don't know. Trip's reaction.
I know what he means though. Like you take a flat paper, you dump them in there, and then you draw around it for. That's the shape
Well,
of
of course
your
you know what
continent.
he means.
Yeah.
You're the trip whisperer.
All right. So, any other questions, Chip? You gotta have some questions. Come on, get in the game here.
Don't
Sorry, I don't really have any
Get in the
questions.
game,
Except for
Scruffles.
like the mine, we needed the mine. And that's it. I'm just eating chips. Just
Yeah, could we get a permit up
eating.
for Evil Homer? I think I have him on the regulars, but I'm not sure.
It's Party will go.
Oh, she did at Evil Homer. I don't know if that's gonna work.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Well, Nightbot says it works.
It's actually the well.
Well, it's permitting at Evil Homer. Okay, there you go.
Excellent.
All right, what do you got, Chippy?
I got nothing. I got no questions.
Oh, God damn it, Chip. Anybody else?
We're asking questions.
Yep. If you have any questions about the land or anything like that, he can probably answer it for you. History.
Razor grass.
He says you're likely to find that along the coast.
Red cloaks. Are there more of them? Is that something he recognizes?
Well, like, he kind of, like, he looks all around, like, everybody's wearing red. But they're not exactly cloaks, so he's not really sure what you're talking about.
I'm gonna gamble it and say that there is a temple to the Red Lady nearby, and we've spoken to the Red Lady, and she says to come back and reclaim it.
He says, I can't speak for her. But I know she got no love for Jaga.
Well,
Could be a powerful ally there.
got any medicinal herbs?
Sure, what you need.
What do you got?
Again, what do you need? Well, what are you looking for
boy.
specifically? In the spirit of saving time.
The priestesses told me to find medicinal herbs, so I wrote down find medicinal herbs for the priestesses.
He
It's
says
right
he
there.
says he'll send you back with a variety of herbs, and from
Thank you.
those they should be able to accomplish whatever they need.
Okay, we'll get grab bag.
Should be able to
Awesome.
take care of any injury or disease that's not magical in nature, that type of thing.
Fucking sweets. I think that's it for me. You got anything, Ammo?
Did anybody ask about the lizards?
Not yet. I had it right here, but should we ask about the lizards?
Mm.
Gang, what do you think?
I guess. We took out most of them. We smashed their eggs.
So that's a yes. You're asking about the lizard things.
May as well, right?
Okay. So he calls them saurians. That's just what they call them.
Okay.
And he tells you that they're servants of Jaga and Leviatar. They were bred to be hateful and destructive. He explains that in addition to conquering all these lands, any race that Leviatar thought of as unworthy or ugly was either subjugated and enslaved or eradicated completely. So the lizard folk from this area once had very similar tendencies as the ones you've encountered back where you're from. You know, small huts and use of tools and things like that. But over time, they bred them to have these traits of violence and obedience. So eventually they lost all need for tools and things like that. They exist only to hunt and to kill. And in that, you kind of know that there's at least a loose partnership between Leviatar and Malar. because that's like slaughter, bestial, murdering just to eat blood. That's right in Millar's wheelhouse. And that's why they bear her mark.
Okay. Hmm.
Yeah, Fritos work really well for fire starting.
They're also delicious.
Crayons as well.
Crayon will burn for what? 30 minutes?
About
That's
that.
what it was?
Mm-hmm. Makeshift candle. If you don't have one, use a crayon. And if you don't have a crayon, then examine your life, because everybody should own crayons.
I should find my candles.
I have Sharpies.
I should buy crayons.
I have.
Right?
I'm writing it.
Crayons are probably cheaper than.
I should buy I should buy crayons.
Buy
Probably get it pretty cheap.
Crayons.
Crayons.
like cranes.
Dollar store or
Cranes.
something. Crayon.
So, any other questions you want to ask him? So he's not sure if any of the other races still exist. He's pretty sure that the elves were eradicated outright. And the small number that did survive the Elf Eater probably escaped to another place, as elves are oft to do when confronted with annihilation. So, like, Ewok and Trip, when he says that, you know exactly what he's talking about. Like, elvish settlements usually have large gates, which act as portals, which bring them back to Evermeet,
Oh.
which in this world is the elven homeland.
That's cool.
And nobody knows exactly where it is. At least you guys don't. There's probably, ancient elves there who know where it is, but they're not going to be leaving it. Because that's their safe haven. That's where they go to escape slaughter, basically. But he's unaware of any such gates. If there is one, he wouldn't know where to find it.
Okay.
Dwarves, he only knows about because occasionally they'll see a penitent that is a dwarf, or another soldier of Jaga that is a dwarf. Very rarely, every once in a while or so.
Whenever I imagine a dwarf being afraid, I imagine they just go full mole and start digging straight down.
And he calls them lesser folk. That's like your goblinoids. They've all been enslaved.
Of course they have. They're always enslaved.
As far as other intelligent races, he knows that there are some giants in the mountains, but he doesn't know... He knows that they'll attack his people, so he's not on good terms with them. But he doesn't know whether they work for Jaga or if they're just another holdout of society from before.
Okay.
And as for elves, like I said, you guys are the first ones they've ever seen. They only know about elves through the warnings of wherever they are, the Elf Eater shows up.
Sucks for
That's
them.
not good.
Sucks for you, too. Elf Eaters gotta eat, even if it's not elves.
Does the elf eater also come every 12 years, roughly with the ice melt? Or is that a more...
He's never actually seen it. It's a myth to them. You know what I mean? It's
Okay.
like it's something that's been passed down through generations of this great warning. And so it's probably lost something along the years, explanation-wise. But the warning is, if there's elves, the Elf Eater will come.
So how many times has the chieftain here personally seen the Kivas melt and been subjected to Jaga's attacks?
Incursions? 5 times.
5 times. When was the first time? How old was he the first time?
He was a child.
So this guy is pushing 70.
But honestly, he looks like he's 40, maybe. He looks very vibrant and youthful.
Right.
And as you've been able to tell through the spells that he casts and stuff like that, he's not really a cleric or a wizard. He's more of a shaman.
Sure.
So he's able to channel some kind of energy either from the deity Kazathun or just the force of nature itself, that he can manipulate the weave and cast spells. Go ahead, Ewok.
Woody's gonna sneak over to Spruce, kind of whisper in his ear. Before all Faerun gets fucking destroyed, maybe we should have build an alliance with these people and marry off Garrett.
That's a good suggestion. I say the chieftain, do you think we should combine our 2 tribes as one and marry our leader with your princess?
We don't do things like that here. My daughter free to choose the man she want.
Would she like to choose Garrett by chance?
She kind of she was taking a drink. She got embarrassed.
I'm gonna share that same kind of moment. What?
So yeah, you two just kind of look at each other like, what the fuck just happened? And then they change the subject.
Still think it's a good idea.
Chips at the back like,
Yeah,
who's
it's
getting
pretty
married? I love weddings. Drinks all around.
He's also going to share some other information that he's heard tales from other tribes to the south, that some of the goblinoids escaped Jaga's control and now work against him. And they have formed some kind of settlement somewhere in the south. But he's not encountered them. It could just be rumor. As far as other tribes, most of them are kind of subsets of this big tribe, and thus loyal to them. But there are a couple human tribes, settlements, whatever you want to call them, that don't necessarily work for Jaga, but they don't work against him either. And he says that the most known to them are called the Vulcan. That's V-O-L-K-E-N. And they inhabit the mountains. And again, they might have some kind of alliance with the giants. All they know is that if they travel up into the mountains, the Vulcan will attack them. They're a much more harsh and bloodthirsty people than his people.
What do his people actually call themselves?
The Guardians.
Would they perhaps be the Guardians of Fire?
That would be them.
Alright.
studious buckle, taking notes.
I'm filling up pages tonight, man.
I know, I'm throwing a lot at you guys.
Your mom's a keener, all right?
Ooh!
Garrett's really buff and can protect princesses.
And Catherine Keener's hot. That's
I
all
don't
I've
know
got.
who that is.
It's probably someone in like her 40s to 50s that was on
Um,
TV in the 90s.
So, he asks if there's any other information that he can provide.
I don't know who she is.
Questions?
She's
Can I
a
slap
40-year-old
Trip?
virgin.
Sure.
She was the 40-year-old version. In Death to Smoochie. I'm out of questions.
Let me make sure we checked everything.
Additionally, he says to Spruce that there are other places like this where one such as you might find arcane treasures.
Oh. Can I do an Arcana check to know, like, are ley lines a thing?
Not really.
Okay, that's like every other fantasy thing.
Yeah, kind of. Not in.
Okay.
There's not really, not in the strictest sense.
Okay, because I'm gonna be like, is this on a ley line point?
Oh, so you're trying to find out where they are?
Yeah, like if this place was built on like a ley line point. Because
He says he doesn't know, but you can ask the Oracle.
Oracle.
Who's the Oracle?
She has chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, probably an old lady that gives chocolate chip cookies.
An old woman. A woman who was old when I was young.
I will
And
try not
probably
to
the-
break her vase.
And probably the next session she'll look different.
So he calls for the Oracle, and in shuffles a crone, basically. Like a very, very feeble old woman, like clinging tightly to her walking stick as she slowly shuffles into the room. And she begins to cast some kind of divination.
Oh.
I'll give it to you that it's a divination, but you don't know how it works. It's not really an arcane spell. So, it's a ritual, so it's going to take some time for her to complete. But she's trying to seek an answer for you as to where to find arcane ruins, basically.
Okay.
As she's doing that, can I show the chieftain the arrow and ask if he's seen it, who may use it, etc.?
Before we get to that, I'm gonna, just so I don't lose my train of thought, she finishes her ritual, and she starts talking in like gibberish, sort of. But there are like nuggets of information that you're able to pull out. She says, "The clouds rise from the ground. Holes the size of a man. And beneath in the earth is the one you seek. You must seek him in the earth."
So I'm guessing some sort of volcano.
An
giant
elk,
hole.
Geysers.
an elk's death will mark the way.
No.
That is when you will know you are close. Oh, jeez. Benzyme with that 5-month resub. It's actually a 1-year resub, so thank you very much, Benzyme. The reason why, like, I started off using Patreon, didn't care for it, ended up switching to GameWisp, so some of my subscribers have been subscribed to me for an entire year at this point, so let's fucking blow the lid off this joint for Benzyme, Homer, Variel, and Loki, my great old ones, my dear friends, who have been keeping this stream going all year and making it possible for me to do all this. Subscribers, donations, that helps, but they are the absolute backbone of my financial stability and make it possible for me to pay rent and bills and other things. So really, guys, like, I can't thank you enough. They're equally as important a part of all of this as I am DMing and all that kind of shit. So I just wanted to make sure I got a shout out for those beautiful bastards and the lovely Variel, who I also have to thank for helping set up the arena thing, which we'll be getting to shortly. There's really not much else I wanted to cover in this session, so we could take a quick break, come back, finish it up, and then do arena. Sound good to y'all?
Sure.
Alright, and that'll give you guys a few minutes to like look over your notes and possibly think of other questions that you're not really able to think of on the fly. Alright, so gonna take a quick break. I will throw on some tunes for you guys. We'll be back in about 5 minutes, so don't go anywhere. Alright, I think we're all back pretty much. I think Buckle just had to AFK real quick, so cut the music. Alright, let me get the... Actually, I guess I could use this ambient noise for now. Yeah, that works. Some nice fire crackling feast music. Alright, I got everybody unmuted and change scene. Voila. Oh, I got my camera covered like an idiot. Pro streamer.
GG Thug.
Second with 65 views and above you was 22k. Oh, his critical role tonight. Oh, Jesus!
Usually they end the loop.
Emptiness with the resub. Also, that is a year for Emptiness. He's been here since the beginning and beyond.
Yay.
Let's get some love up in chat for Emptiness. A great man, a great mod, a lovely friend. And he has great taste in streamers. And I'm not talking about me. I've seen him in so many streams, like, not talking to him beforehand, where we just have the same people in common that we follow. Which I guess isn't really unheard of, but still pretty cool. So yeah, that's cool. I'm number 2 on the list, so I'll probably be getting a big influx once they're done. So, did you guys think of any new questions that you might like to ask of the Big Chief?
No.
Oh, and did you catch his name before?
What was his name?
Lambra. Oh! Kodos with a new $2 holla. I can't even speak, because he goes boom! Thank you again, sir, for that $2 holla, making my kitty bounce.
Would you say that his name was?
Lambrock.
Rock.
L-A-M-B-R-O-K.
Making your kitty bounce, huh?
Yeah, that's my donation gif.
Oh, I'm aware, but
Doesn't sound right.
You gotta make
Right.
gotta make my kitty bounce. Scruffles, no? You don't wanna make my kitty bounce?
Not particularly, no.
Well, that's fine, because Kodos is here, and he said that you smell like artichoke souffle. Yeah.
try an artichoke souffle.
Yeah, well, that's what Scruffles smells like.
Wow, Scruffles, that's really nasty.
I don't think I actually know what an artichoke smells like.
It's
kind of
artichoke
a s-
souffle. So it's a bit different.
It has
Yeah,
choke
but-
in the name. Can't smell too good.
Well, I like asparagus.
Smell like Satsuma
Asparagus.
body wash. Thank you very much. Fuck yourself.
Wait, what kind of body wash?
Satsuma. It's like orange.
And maple syrup?
Why don't you just say orange?
No, because that's what it's called. It's from the body shop. God.
That's what they sweat, dog.
How many bottles of shit to wash with do you have in the shower?
That's
This
a
is
good
from a-
question. I want
This
to
is
know
a
this too.
conversation that came from.
Atta
Just
girl
two?
ammo. Atta girl.
Shampoo, conditioner, body wash.
Oh, wait, like in total? I thought you meant
Yeah,
just
in-
body wash.
Yeah, in
Got
total. Like,
shampoo, conditioner, face wash, body wash.
Well, I don't use the face wash
That's
in
it.
the shower.
I do because I'm lazy.
Oh, you see? Now they're getting into fucking specifics. Like, well, I have 37 other bottles, but they're
if
not in
I
the shower.
don't, I will break out. That's the only other.
Because
What are you breaking
tonight
out
there's
of?
gonna
Wash your
be
face
a
in the shower, like
jailbreak.
when you wake up, and then the sink before you go to bed.
Hey, what's up, Nikki?
I guess she's like, please no more.
Let's know.
This was a thing from last night.
Sometimes I use bar soap. That doesn't count as a bottle.
Still, it counts.
Do you use bar soap?
They send you the resub
No, I don't
button
want
in
dry skin.
email, Homer. Alright,
I
so
don't have dry skin.
is there anything else that you guys wanted to do this session? Because basically, I'm assuming that you guys are gonna sleep there and then head back in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we have another breakfast feast?
Sure. They're more than happy to share with the chosen one.
It's this current feast just cold.
And the princess will accompany you to your camp to act as like a diplomat, ambassador, what have you. It's part of her.
Ooh, Garrett, your
It's part of
muscles are so big.
her gig that she's, plays an ambassador as well. In fact, that's what she was doing when she was ambushed. She was going to meet with another one of their offshoot tribes to the south, and
Garrett, you protect me so well.
she got shanghaied on the way.
So she was literally taken to Shanghai.
Scruffles wants to go to Seoul.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. There it is. Evil
I thought he said,
Homer
"Oh,
with
shit."
that 5-month resub. Actually, I think that's been a year for Homer as well, so thank you very much, sir. One of my great old ones and good friends. It's a pleasure and an honor to get to play D&D with you and stuff, dude, and I'm eager to see what you came up with for your arena character.
Yay!
Yeah. You guys finish up the feast. You get a nice sleep. Next day, you head out. And we can wrap that up there.
So many
Phew.
pages of information.
We didn't even get to fight anything today. Wow.
No, but you're gonna get 100 experience anyway for roleplay.
Hooray!
Bam. Experience.
Oh, and also before you guys leave trip, did you want to grab one of the crystals?
I will grab the largest and clearest of all crystals they have.
Okay. Roll Arcana with advantage. The clearest one that they have actually has some, like, brown and black striations through it, but the best
Is
you
it
know, it should
rudelated?
work.
Sweet. At least
Is
for like a
related
little
quartz?
while, right?
Stay tuned, thank you for the follow, and Sticky Blub as well. But yeah, you're pretty sure that should be sufficient, and if not, you know where to find more. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So just before leaving the village, was there anything else you guys wanted to do? Anything you wanted to ask the big chief?
Anyone you wanted to do?
We can roll for boning if you want.
Yeah, I'd like to see how well we
30 chips
try
there?
cooking
Scruffles wants
the
to
princess up with Garrett.
Scruffles wants to hone her cone. Nibs!
Oh no. It happened.
Oh, Arrow. Settle down, phone.
What the fuck was
Yeah,
that?
I was gonna say.
Again, it's Tiny Tina saying, "You're so cool, you're so fine, you really, really blow my mind."
So you have to make
But
that
do
your
the
phone
voice, you
ringtone
have to
because
do-
nobody else will say
I
that to
can't
you?
do that voice. What? Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was Scruffles talking and her camera was
Scruffles, can I
just
redirect
frozen.
you to chat where people were talking about wanting my bot?
No.
Well,
Right.
right, so fuck off.
Pretty
Oh,
sure
wow.
you're imagining things.
And only one person was rubbing their junk all over your face tonight, so...
Ew,
Only
why do you have
one.
to talk about that?
Because you were picking on me. That's why.
I get trolled. and
Now I
Buckle
need to
uses it as
upgrade my
ammo.
antivirus
Great.
again.
Yes. Hi, Thog.
Hey, buddy. Yeah,
I'm
so
getting shit on all over.
I'm sorry. You should bring a tarp like a Gallagher show. Sledge! Oh, Matic!
What can they roll to see if the princess wants to marry or get with Buckle's character?
I don't know. That depends on Buckle's character.
Investigation.
Is he trying to woo?
Insight.
Does he instigate wooagement?
He did save her from the pit.
I'm not aggressively attempting to woo, but not turning it down either.
I would like to aggressively try to woo
So,
her to
loose
like,
flirtation,
like
we'll call it, I guess.
I mean,
Oh
she's hot, right? I mean, she's a princess.
Yeah, she's
All right, well,
she's
okay,
a looker. All right.
All right.
Roll charisma.
my god.
Here comes the natural one for the evening.
Wait,
We've all been
wait.
waiting for it.
Wait, can Trip like assist because he's like wingmanning and talking
Yeah,
about
I'm
the
being
whole
Sebastian, and he's the Little Mermaid.
All right, first Trip roll charisma.
Please, no.
Oh my god. Trip just starts.
Never
Okay.
actually done this in a game before, so
Go ahead and roll charisma, straight roll.
Trip just starts singing, "Go on and
Here it
kiss
comes.
the girl."
I knew it! I fucking
Wow,
called it! I want
called
3
it.
experience, please!
I'll give you 30 experience. How's that?
Yes!
Because you did call it, which is weird. But yeah,
I hadn't rolled
you
one yet, so I needed one.
you basically make an asshole of yourself, and she couldn't be less interested.
Excellent. Nailed it. Yes, thank you, Nikki.
You know, she's not a bitch about it, but she's just like, yeah, that's nice.
Can Chip swoop in
You're
and be like, that fucking
okay.
asshole, sorry about him. Like, he's the worst.
Are you trying to flirt?
Sure!
All right,
Why
roll
not?
charisma.
Rip.
I should have
God
foreseen this.
Oh no!
That's the wrong one.
Background.
Doesn't matter, she has a 0
Is that the wrong
modifier,
one?
so... It doesn't
Oh.
matter because you have a 0 modifier.
Can I roll it again? I messed up.
No. She kind of pats you on the head and is like, well, you know, he's not really my type, and neither are you, but you're very nice people.
What about Bear? Can I
I'm-
sell her to?
I'm sure there's
Or
someone
sell
out
Bear?
there for you somewhere. Well, at this point, she's like actively distancing herself from the group because she feels like she's being peddled off at a fucking cattle auction.
I feel
Do
like
they
I
have
should
cattle
try just
here?
to see what happens and then be like, nah, I'm just fucking with you.
Do it.
I'm just fucking with you.
Watch me roll a natural 20. Aw, darn. No such luck, but still. That would have been really funny. You're like, hey. And she's like, ah. And then I'm like, no, I'm just fucking with you.
Well, you strike up an engaging conversation. Like, she's very friendly with you. You're the chosen one.
We need a bard.
Huh?
We need a bard. Because they're the ones.
Well, there's
that can-
one back. There was
Everyone.
2 back at the camp. Remember? He helped you with that first battle.
Oh my god.
But anyway, we can wrap up. We can wrap up the session there, and anybody that is ready for the arena battle can